I'm not doing anything that I'm saying I'm doing. I'm a fraud. So why follow me then?
Because I still hope that you'll get back on message.
But you can't. You gotta only do it for yourself. You can't hope. You can't focus on me so much. You got your own life to live, baby.
I understand that, but also I get involved in the life of your wives, and I care.
Why? How is that helping you?
Because they become friends. They become people you're interested in.
Yo, you don't even know these people.
I start to know them as we were your reflection.
So it's like watching TV. It's like reality TV.
Oh God.
It's like reality TV.
Oh man.
No, it's what you teach. It's what you teach.
It's not. I understand that, but regardless of what I teach, you still have to live your life.
I do live my life, and this is part of it. And it's entertaining at times.
Okay, so it's entertaining for you. Right, and here's the thing. Here's what they say. Right, there's a saying. Right, and this is the saying.
Okay, now and before we even get into the saying and all of that stuff right there and the whole damn nine, like I say, man, this right here is gonna be in review right here. Review with all of the crazy shit that happened, the crazy stuff that you heard. Like I say, immediately, and when I say immediately, I'm talking about. Hey, look, we ain't even gonna waste no time with this shit. For anybody that's out there that was tuning in last night that had anything to say about last night's show, you already know what it is, man. Make sure that you click that link. Like I said, I'm gonna go through the science. There's a few things that I definitely wanted to point out. Like I say, the live stream, even with Babaji even coming through or whatever, we had to shut that Jim Jank down. It had got a little too disrespectful last night. You feel what I'm saying? I hate when they get disrespectful. And see, that's one thing about it. See, we all can get it in and stuff. Everybody can get to talk. Everybody can say whatever that it is that's on their mind type of shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Without getting carried away or whatever. See, when they get carried away, we gotta fall back for a second. Okay. Like I say, we all adults. We can have these meaningful conversations type of shit or whatever. I think we can any motherfucking way. So like I said, let me go ahead and put that link out in the chat right quick. Yeah, that's a fact. And like I say, for the people that didn't get to get it in last night, for those that tuned in, for anybody that got anything to say about last night's show, oh my gosh. Like I say, it's a few things that I most definitely got to point out. I seen a couple people on Instagram. Shout out to Granny. Shout out to Spice Girl. Shout out to Nation Report. I seen that they definitely was speaking in reference to what Clubfoot actually said. Now, he typed it in the comments. Clubfoot typed it in the comments type of shit or whatever. And he said, yeah, I did kill Mama Dia and shit like that or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, he put the shit right out in the motherfucking comments. I was like, well, damn. That's like a person joking around with somebody and, you know, joking about them having the AIDS or having HIV or whatever. That ain't some shit you play around with. That ain't some shit that you wish on yourself. That ain't just some shit that you just, you know, just be having conversation with somebody and you think that a motherfucker gonna think that it's funny type of shit or whatever. It ain't a damn thing funny about that. It ain't a damn thing funny with actually admitting to a murder. And like I say, there's been a lot of speculation. There's people, you know, aside from me reaching out to family members of Mama Dia and trying to get some understanding on everything, you know, that has went down. Because like I said, last night, we wasn't even talking about that shit. And it still came up out of his mouth. So you got to ask yourself, is this guy feeling guilty or some shit like that or whatever? Because he did get a little too out of order over this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I had to shut that shit down for a minute. Let's go back and review, man.
I'm gonna read it to you. Right?
Let's go and review.
This is and this is a very important saying. I want you to hear this. All right. And it reads, when people, right, have no lives, have no longer have any inspiration for their life, right? They will seek escape and refuge in entertainment. When people have no purpose, they haven't found the purpose, no inspiration for their lives.
Okay. I got a caller. I got somebody that just came through. Let me see what's good.
Hey, world in the chat. How's everybody doing?
What's good? Yo, what's good with it? How you?
I'm doing good. I just had to chime in on what happened last night. Like I really felt like he was trying to pull people's energy by trying
Mm.
to get different people to say that they liked watching him. If you paid attention, he kept saying like, well, if it's entertaining, then you must like watching me. You know what I'm saying? Like he was trying to make somebody say that they actually agree with what he's doing and that they like the show that he's presenting.
You kind of broke me a little bit. Yeah, you broke up on me a little bit.
And I think
I'm waiting. You know. Yeah,
I
you
think
broke
he
up
was
on me in
trying to
about
just
like 10 seconds. About a
I
good
think
10
he was
seconds.
trying to
Hold on for a second, sister. I don't know. Are you listening to me
okay.
on a TV or something? Because you kind of off with me with what I'm saying. Are you listening to me on a TV?
No, I can it's on the phone. Can you hear me now? It might be better
Okay.
now.
Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely. That's better. I can hear everything now. Now, what was you saying? Because I kind of lost about 10 seconds of what you were saying.
Right. I was saying he was trying to pull people's energy to get them to say that not only was he entertaining, but we enjoyed the entertainment that he was bringing. And
Right,
I can't agree with that because I don't agree with his behavior, his actions, whether it be a script or not. It's still not right. The behavior that he has is not right. And I feel like he was trying to pull our energy. You get what I'm
right.
saying? Like he really wanted somebody to say, yes, you're entertaining and we like it, we love it. We want you to keep doing what you're doing. And that's not
Just like
it.
I would think, just like somebody that has a consistent and a well-known drug addiction, and they know what they're doing is bad, but then they want other people to agree with them. They want other people to
Right,
use with them. I get what you're saying. I felt that too.
right.
You know, that's why, with the many times that he made an attempt in order even to trip me off by, putting words in my mouth and saying, you love me, I love you, and fuck shit like that or whatever. Like
Right.
we don't get down like that. You don't listen, man. Other men just don't be at the gym and they don't be saying that they love another man and shit while they at the gym and shit like that or whatever. And we don't have that type of relationship. And it ain't that type of funny ass shit that's going on over here either. So I get
Right.
what you're saying with that old energy transference type of shit or whatever. You can go ahead and add on
Exactly.
with that.
And
Uh-huh.
all he really is trying to do, this is what he feeds off of, our energy.
Right.
Okay, yeah, we can watch and say it's entertaining, but I don't watch. The only access I have now is through you and knowing what's going on as far as carbonation and all that other stuff. Because
Okay.
I know that he's like an energy vampire and he feeds off of people watching. He thinks that we like that, but he knows that people are against what he's doing, but he's trying to make it seem like it's entertaining. It's children
Right.
involved. It's not
Right.
entertaining that those children have to see and know what's going on with him and Eliana and all the rest of the gang. It's not okay because
Right.
I have kids. I don't feel like the way they treat baby Ja. Just look at that for instance. I guess Baby John is with the dad and the mom back with Nature Boy. What is that? You know what I'm saying? You
Okay.
took a whole
Now, right. Now, let me ask you the question now. What do you think about now that Baby John's back with his father? His mother was with Nature Boy, was on screen, was on camera for the world to see. He was kissing her and stuff like that or whatever. Now that Baby John's back with his father, and I heard that Sheba went back, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Sheba, she's back in, she's in the fold as well, too. What do you think, little Baby John think about all of this switching up scenes and this house to that house and all this stuff? What do you think? What type of effect does this have on a child?
at the first opportunity that baby can exit stage left, that baby is out of there. I
You think
just
so?
can't imagine. Of course, like just look at baby Eliana and look at baby John. She talking, smiling, hitting people, doing everything. You never see that baby laugh, smile, say a word. So it speaks for
I've
itself.
said that.
And
I honestly feel like the baby
say,
might even, well, the child might have even seen something that was horrific as well. And that may even be something that got him to the point where he's not that fast to speak or whatever. All of these things have an effect on young children because, of course, you know that children are, in fact, impressionable.
Right. And that's my concern. That's why I don't like it. It's not entertaining to me. It's not funny because something bad is going to end up happening and it's going to affect those kids. I don't give a damn about the adults because they making a conscious decision
That's
to
right.
be a
That's right.
part of that BS. So, okay, y'all okay with it? That's cool. But it's children that don't have that capability of getting the fuck on and moving out the way. They just caught up in it, and whether they move wherever, it's like bothersome. I don't like the idea that he thinks it's entertaining and we're all kicking and you know what I'm saying? Like it's really those children need to be somewhere else, I feel. But that's just
Hey,
my personal perception.
did you notice during the live stream that he basically came on to saying so many words that the lady that I spoke to that reached out to me that she was telling a lie. Now once that he got up here with the many questions he said that he was going to answer, did you notice not one time did he go into debunking the stuff that the lady said? Did you notice that?
I did, in fact, notice that what he said was she kind of juiced it up to make it sound a little more juicy. That's what he roundabout way said. He didn't say that that lady lied because she didn't lie, and he couldn't even
That's
sit up. It's a difference when I feel like the reason why he said he likes you so much is because he knows your energy is real and true. He can't even come at you with no bullshit and tell you just anything. He'll go around the question, but he won't answer it because he knows what's real. So it's like he can't even try to put blinders over real people's eyes to think that, you know what I'm saying, yeah, she lying, she just trying to juice the story up, but
right.
he could never say
Right.
what she lied about because she wasn't
Right.
lying. And the story
Hey,
was
and you
juiced up already.
say it was juiced up. It was
It was
already lit.
already juiced
And then,
up.
know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, and then all right, you gotta think about this. Now, if I talk to one of your friends and they say some stuff, about your children or whatever, if they say, well, hey, I actually seen, Brittany's children and stuff through the door or whatever, they got the glass door and stuff or whatever, I seen them through the door. They was just walking around in the house, butt ass naked type of stuff or whatever. He didn't even deny that his daughter walks
Right.
around naked like that. What he said was that the Warriors have their own homes, like they working and shit or whatever. How the fuck they gonna get their own home?
Oh God.
I'm lost with this shit.
That's
Like, how the
what
fuck
I
they gonna get
said.
their own home?
That's what I said. Like, okay, so they paying utility bills and rent and it's
All of
all
that shit right there.
cosmic currency. Look, no, it's all cosmic currency. That's how they paying their bills. I need to get mine set up on that same plan.
You feel what I'm saying?
Cosmic
Now,
currency. Yeah.
just imagine if you ain't have to do nothing and you was getting that damn cosmic currency type of shit or whatever. You ain't have to worry about clocking the fuck in. You ain't got to worry about motherfucking making ends meet type of shit or whatever. You can just go out in the jungle type shit or whatever, cop you a whole live Airbnb or whatever, and then live off the donations of the people. Now, if you living off the donations of the people, now you got to be offering something to the people because people donate to my channel. They enjoy listening to
Right.
this channel. Him on the other end, he wanted to make it seem like we were in condoning or we were in approval of the things that he was doing. See, what he's doing, in my opinion, is non-satisfactory. That's why when people come up here, I let them talk and I just fall all the way back. Like when I have guests, when people want to come up on the panel, like how I got open panel, anybody can come up here and then talk. I'm good with that. You see, now what he did was he used his time where he could have been able to clarify a lot of things simply with going back and forth with the callers or the people that wanted to come up on the panel and wanted to ask some questions. I didn't hear damn near not one question that was answered out of the many questions that was asked of him.
Bingo. But he had 100 questions for us as to why we were entertained by him. People are entertained because you a damn fool. That's why they are entertained. It's like a circus or you know what I'm saying? That's the entertaining aspect of it. But to say that, okay, we like what you're doing, keep going, you're doing a great job, sir. Nobody's saying that because it's bullshit, So like he was looking for that in anybody he could get it from. I think like one of the callers kind of and I understand what she was saying. She was saying like
Mhm.
you're entertaining, but he it's like he was trying to make them say what he wanted
Right,
them to say by, you know what
right.
I'm saying, roundabout way, like saying, well, you're entertained, so you must like it. If you watch something and it's entertaining, then you like it. No,
No. I'm gonna give you an
no.
example. I'm gonna give you an example. Now, there's a lot of goddesses that come to my chat, and shout out to all of the goddesses that's in the chat right now. You already know, man. Put them ones up in the chat. But the thing about it is, right? Back in the day, when you watched the TV show Flavor of Love, it was entertaining. But I don't think
Right.
any of the women that was watching the show was truly, genuinely attracted to Flavor Flav. I think they just watched the show
Exactly.
only because it was entertaining. You feel where I'm coming from?
Right. That's it.
Now he tried to make it seem like it was some other shit, like why all y'all over here because y'all talking about me. I'm like, yo, the title of the video didn't have nothing like that about you. It just said a little bit of tea, part one. This is part two, really, but it's part one. That's all that it was, just a little bit of tea, because we hadn't been discussing this topic, and it was something that people wanted to talk about that had been busting down the motherfucking doors of my fucking DM. So that's why we talking about this shit right now. And I told him, as well as the collective of people that follow him or that rock with him or whatever, they can come through too. Because there's a lot of people that got questions that we won't answer. You feel me? Because we don't
Right.
approve of the shit that we seeing. Oh yeah. You go ahead, sis.
Exactly.
I'm muting up for a minute, all right?
All right. Exactly. That's the same way I feel. I've been watching this fiasco for the past couple of years. At first, it was directly. I remember when I first came across Nature Boy, it was he had to be overseas. He was like in a type of resort or something like that. It's been a while ago, and I never forget what threw me off with what he was saying. He started talking about gatekeepers and how that, how that was like that's like the best thing you could be. I will never forget. He said that out of his mouth. The best thing you could be is a gatekeeper. And you know what he is referring to by gatekeeper. He's talking about the LGBTQ, those people or whatever. And he was like,
It's
that's
my
like,
first time hearing this. It's my first
I,
time hearing this. I don't mean to cut you off, but could you explain that? What is the type of gatekeeper that he's referring to? You
oh,
say, but for the
this
LGBTQ or something?
video, listen, the video that I'm talking about so old. I'm talking about
Hmm?
it's when everybody first heard about Nature Boy. Like this is
Okay.
the first video that I ever saw. He had it's when he first grew his hair and I don't know exactly where they were at because this is my first time seeing a Nature Boy. So I didn't know who he
Right.
was. And he started off talking like he had, some type of sense, but it didn't
Right.
end well because he went into this whole thing about gatekeepers and saying that that's why homosexuals have so much talent. They're the most talented, they're the most creative. And I was like, oh, nah, this just went all the way left for me because I really was listening to what he was saying until he started saying that. And I was like, I can't agree. I can't really
Right.
agree with what you're saying at this point.
It
And
got
that's been
it
a
got
good 3 years
it got
ago, 3, 4 years
it got a
ago.
little it was a little far-fetched at the time, right? But now you see what
Yeah,
the fuck you really into. You see what's really going on
exactly.
now, right? Now the way you was talking about that energy that he was taking type of shit, or like he was trying to get us to comply with what the fuck he was talking about, like trying to get us to say, yeah, we love you type of shit or whatever. Now you hear how he gonna bring his ass over here and then say, I miss y'all. What do you mean you missed
Yeah,
us?
yeah.
I missed y'all. You see the psychodynamics and the wordplay. That's why I told that nigga. I said, yo, man, you a semantist. That's what you are.
Right,
You use semantics.
right.
Yeah, you be twisting words together and shit or whatever.
Exactly. And when I tell you, like, I wish I could go back and find this video. It's been so long ago. I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago when I saw that when I came across the video. It was like in an open little resort type of bar thingy, and he was walking around talking. He didn't have no shirt on. I remember, but it's been so long ago. I don't know if I ever find that video,
Right.
but he was talking about. I remember that gatekeeper stuff, and he's been saying little stuff here and there. And back at that point. he was denying being homosexual, saying that wasn't him in the porn video. You remember he did
Right,
that whole thing about
right,
saying that he was never homosexual. The transgenders in Georgia were lying on him. That
right.
whole ordeal where he was arguing it. But I remember, like I said, when he was trying to make everybody be okay with, you know what I'm saying, that lifestyle.
That's right. That's right.
So
And like I
he
say, I'm not for sure with that particular video, the one that you're talking about. And if you ever do find it, man, make sure that you send that joint to me, man, because I love to hear it. Because see,
I
now
most
he seems to
definitely will.
be,
I gotta find it now. I gotta
yeah,
find it because I
he's
remember.
yeah, he's somewhat now of the spokesperson for the gay poly life or whatever, the gay switcheroo lifestyle and stuff like that or whatever, where you just interchange women and one man smashed this woman one week and then the next week they get married to another person type of stuff or whatever,
But
and
you know
it's
what?
unprotected sex involved. Think about that.
Exactly. Exactly. See, I see something, and I'm just gonna go ahead on and speak on it. I see what what he's doing. Okay,
Mm,
you know, they all knowingly have sexually transmitted diseases.
right,
It's one
right,
way of him controlling the people that are already there. Like nobody's gonna want you if you go back because you got this, this, and that. You know what I'm saying? I know you
right.
got it because I gave it to you and everybody else gave
That's
it to
right.
you. So like that's one way of control. And then there's another thing I think he wants to do, but it's probably coming him to get him a transgender over there. He already
Oh
said he's
man,
in love with transgender porn and all
that's
this
right.
and that. That's his next step. That's
That's
his
right.
next step. And there's
And
more
then I
donation.
that's right. It's more
There's more donation
donation.
because of the
That's right. That's right.
LGBTQ and all this and that. He know what he
Uh-huh.
really he knows what he's trying to do,
Now, now,
but at the same time, it doesn't make it
now,
right
when you seeing
because
all of this, sport me, sis.
mhm,
when when you're seeing all of this, he's listening right now, and he's probably trying to figure out. He's trying to balance it out. He's seeing on whether or not now how he'll be able. You see what I'm saying? To interject some transgender
yeah,
within the jungle type of shit or whatever. So don't think that he's not listening, because he hear
I
every
know,
damn thing
I
that you're
know.
saying right now. That's how he
It's
came over here the
already
other day. Didn't nobody go
crossed
get
his
him?
mind to do something like that. I know it has because, like, I know that I'm blessed with a gift. I can see things, and
Right.
like I said, like I feel like I'm very knowledgeable. I don't know everything, but I just got this feeling like this is next little scheme, that's next little shenanigan that's gonna go on. And I just hope that his members don't allow those sexual diseases and all that stuff
What?
to make them stay there. Don't
What?
allow him, huh?
No, no, no. I was just saying to myself, I was like, what? What the fuck? You
Right.
go ahead, go ahead and speak to him, sister. Go ahead.
I really feel like there is a control mechanism behind the way that he keeps those women and those men there. He knows the specific diseases that they have, and he's gonna give them that whole lecture like, okay, where you go, they know you got such and such and such and such. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's gonna want to be with you, so you might as well stay here with your family. And but that's bullshit. Really, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all can live somewhere else and not put up with the crap that y'all putting up with. I would be damned if somebody make me stand in a corner and listen to them talk for hours and hours and hours and hours about nothing and make me worship them and do what they say do. Don't let him do y'all like that. That's my message to carbonation. That's what y'all really get the hell on. Go home. Cause it's not nothing there. Like, don't allow him to hold that over y'all head. Because that's I've been trying to figure out like what is making them stay. Like, and that's the only thing I can come up with. Like, honestly, that's all I can come up with. Could be wrong. I don't know.
Hey, hey, I was listening to you when I stepped off. I had to grab my charger real quick for my gym jank died. But yeah, you right about that though. That is a strong possibility. Because whenever that you got
Yeah,
something, over a person's head, you can call that a form of blackmail or getting back or basically entrapment within itself. So you got to think about, as I stated
right.
before, he could have several photos, several videos, have them in some very uncomfortable and uncompromisable positions as well. You see, so that could be the thing with it. And then another thing I want you to look at too, you probably ain't been thinking about. Now, as long as what the young guy Tron was over there for a minute. He just threw his ass to the wolves, got rid of him and everything. One has to ask even if Tron got a certain amount of money or whatever, and dude done took it from him and stuff. Because the sister I was talking to, she say that he showed us some screenshots that equal up to the amount of 29 racks. 29 racks. Hey.
Yeah. Let's see. We have to take into account that you remember when people got those stimulus checks and stuff and all that adding up. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a gimmick in itself for him and the people that were over there at that point in time. That's a good $2,000 per person. And if they had dependents, that's a little bit more. So think about that. You know, it's not a whole lot of money for 20 people to live off of.
Well, she actually said that it was like 30 people. Well, you see what I'm saying? So you got to look at that being like some 500, odd strange and some change, Doc Strange in the range. You feel me? That ain't a whole bunch of money for 30 something people or whatever. But he flossing it, he's showing it off. She say the crib on deck. Say Nanaji, say Nanaji got her a new van and everything is tricked out. What you think about the van being tricked out?
Oh, they gonna do a video about it. I heard that last night. I don't give a damn. She needs to get a van and get home. That's the only van she needs.
Hey, look, he hit like good reefer, right? See, look, this the science. He had to come on Instagram and then post the photos that he posted because see, the sister, the goddess that reached out to me, she had already put it on blast. I already knew about the photo shoot and all that old stuff or whatever. Before they even posting pictures on there. So you gotta think about. If your man is your man, you've been rocking with him for a little minute or whatever, y'all strong, you know what I'm saying? Y'all in love type stuff and all that or whatever. But hell, he just, talking to somebody on the side, stuff like that or whatever, right? Now, just think if your man is revealing scantily clad photos, nude photos, very illicit photos of you without your knowledge. How would you feel about that?
That would be really messed up. And like, that would be really messed up. But she don't care. I don't think she really even cares. Like everybody's seen everything anyway, so I don't think she really too much cares.
Well, that's what's up. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Like I say, as always, man, I'm gonna let anybody call up. If you got something to say, you got something you want to add on, even within the confines of the continuum of the show. If you feel like you need to come back up here, whatever, just say world, drop that link. And then I go ahead and then get to the bust down with the bust down. I appreciate you for real for coming up.
Thank you. And I appreciate you giving us the opportunity to come up and speak. I've been holding back for a while, but after last night, I was like, oh, no, I got to say something now because this is
getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand. But I'm going to go ahead on with my day. I don't have any cosmic currency to pay my bills, so I got to do the best I can. So I'll be back too. I'm watching though. I'll be back too.
Okay, bet. Shout out to you and enjoy your day, okay?
Appreciate the world.
Already. Oh man, like I say, man, we're gonna go back to this thing. Part 1.5, part 2, you know what I'm saying, with this discussion, man, on motherfucking early Shirley. We'll go ahead and then get into the rest of this thing. This is crazy, man. I'm talking about this shit is beyond damn crazy. I'm just like, dude, how you even come out like that? Don't know damn one. And the way he was talking to the sisters, man. Come on, let's go. Oh my God,
our entertainment and other facets. So I have become a scapegoat, or rather, a message to you that you have lost inspiration in your own life path. Watching me and being obsessed with me is wasting your precious time. And focus, which should be on your purpose. And
he be killing me with that part. He be killing me with that right there. He be killing me with that when he be talking about you wasting your time and all this shit, whatever. Hey, when I hear people say stuff like that, I be feeling like they guilty of some type of shit or whatever. Now, different if I was like a troll or not, but I'm not motherfucking trolling. We was talking about this shit or whatever, right? And it affects him that we're discussing this right now. I don't know why, especially when he's one of the people that just put all of this stuff out here. Ain't like nobody was searching for this stuff. Ain't like nobody went searching for him. Ain't like it ain't like somebody said, well, hey, Nature Boy, come over here. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I'm chopped up. Hold on, let me go out and come in. One time. Hey, like I say, boy, don't trust StreamYards with your life because that Jim Jank will mess up. Hopefully, I am to the good right now. From what you guys might have missed, I didn't know that I was choppy as hell. But what I basically was saying in so many words, man, you know what I'm saying? This thing got thrown off within the confines of all this stuff right now. But one of the main things about him, you know, that I noticed from last night is with him constantly kept wanting, you know, people to, you know, pretty much say like how much they enjoy him, how much they enjoy his channel, how much they enjoy his knowledge, and without him type of shit like it's over or whatever. Like, man, that shit ain't over, man. We be discussing a whole bunch of shit. We just talking about this shit right motherfucking now. And being that we are talking about it, and we was talking about the shit last night, there's some shit that was fucking with his damn brain vein type of shit or whatever. And that just goes to show, like I've been telling a lot of y'all for a little minute now, he always tuning in. He always be on deck. Whether you know it or not, he listening right now. See, before he go live on his live streams, he got to come over here just to see what we're talking about. See, people like Dukulu, that's into van life, that actually copped the van, painted the van, refurbished the van, upholstery, all that type of shit or whatever. Like he hooked the van up and shit or whatever for him and the goddesses. Just so whenever that they bust, you know, when they bust a few moves or whatever. So, you know, being that Nature Boy do be over here tuning in and listening to me, he know I rock with the Kulu. So I kind of feel like he don't put the Puff Daddy remix on the Kulu style, to tell you the truth. Now that's strange, that's odd, but it's not unusual, okay? Because there's a lot of people that have said, hey, yo, Nature Boy stole this, he stole that from me or whatever. It's a lot of people that be afraid to say it, but just keep it above. If you out here swagger jacking, come on, man. Pay homage. That's why when you seen him over here and he kept putting donate in the chat type of shit or whatever, listen, family, don't feel no kind of way when y'all see that stuff. People donate to this live stream because they enjoy this channel. Now, people like him, not only has he wasted people's times, but we've seen, look at here, man, we've seen how blatantly disrespectful, man, that he done manipulated people out this motherfucker. Why you think they still rocking with him? Why you think they still fucking with him now? Although it is just like a handful of people that's actually rocking with him, y'all. Trust me. Trust me.
I'm not that important, yo. Even if it was entertainment, you're wasting too much time watching me. And this time belongs to you and your family and your goals and aspirations. I should
This is crazy, man. This
not
shit is
have
crazy.
this much time, which shows that you lack purpose and inspiration in your own life. So entertainment is not a prerequisite.
Well, Chief, that's your opinion of what you think about.
No, I'm just. This is a fact. I only speak facts. It's not us. It's not. It's not. You cannot. It's not validation. It is not validation.
I can say that you contradict yourself every day, and I can.
I do contradict myself every day, but I'm still living my life.
Touche, Chief. Touche.
I do. I contradict myself. I'm wrong as fuck, dude. Why are you watching?
Shout out to Elemental 9 Harmony.
Hey, Mr. Grand Master Chief Babaji, sir.
My name is Babaji.
Babaji.
Okay, Babaji. Not G, but Mr. Grand Master Chief Babaji. I want to ask you this. one thing gets me that you say all the time, and this you say that why do you watch me? Okay, so you are on social media, right? You're on social media.
I am on social media like
Okay.
like a billion other people. Yes.
Okay, so you can't like truly ask the question, why are we watching you when you are on social media, right?
Yeah, it's one thing to watch me, and it's another thing to be on a panel and be commenting and talking about me for hours at a time. That's different. It's one thing to follow somebody and listen in for a little bit and then go back to your life and be entertained.
Okay, can I
but
finish?
It's another thing to
obsess.
I'm asking, why are these people obsessed with my every move or everything that goes on with Carbonation? What's going on?
Okay, I understand. So the reason why I asked you that is because you want the attention. I've heard you myself when World News was not talking about you. You actually brought up why World was not talking about you because you need him to talk about you.
Hey, now I don't know. I don't know who's in agreement with that one right there, but I have been noticing some stuff. And like I say, if he didn't need me to commentate on him, then he wouldn't have ran over here as fast as what the fuck that he ran over here. You feel what I'm saying? This shit is bugged the fuck out. I'm like, dude, come on, man. It's so many different ways we can look at these videos and all of the shit that he be saying, but he pretty much just put his motherfucking foot up in his fucking mouth, to tell you the truth. Every fucking time, y'all.
I heard this. Listen, hold on before you say something. Hold on. I've heard you say this. So, in facts that you said that you want people to talk about you. So I don't understand. This is only one of
Think about it. Think about it.
Questions. A lot of people on the panel, so I'm gonna let them talk after this. But what I'm saying to you is this: I've heard you try to get his attention when he wasn't giving you attention. I heard this.
That's right.
I sent him the footage. Like when he does not talk about you, you say something about it.
Okay, so now here's what happens. You guys hang around in this platform so much that you really have been in this paradigm where you think that I'm thinking about you, and I'll be honest with you, I don't. People send me these lives. I come in here because I just want to I want to be entertained, nigga. Like
you hear this right?
I want to be entertained by my body, and I'm like, yo, these people are really sitting around thinking about me. Like, wow. Like, and let me say this. Let me say this clear. And I'm gonna make this so clear to you from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna tell you straight up. If you guys disappeared off the face of the earth, I would be fine. If you never talk about me again, I promise you, I do not need you to exist. I was here before you. I had a following before you.
Yes, you do.
Before you. Let me finish.
Need him to talk about
let me finish. If World News never said anything, I was here before World. I'm gonna be here after. World is feeding off of me. I never needed World. I was always here. He started covering my shit. I live a real life. This is my real life. I do not need anybody to talk.
So, with me reporting, what I mean, where does that place me? Being that this is his real life. Now, if he would have just stayed offline and stuff like that or whatever, you see, we had moved on to some other stuff, but now he's putting this stuff back out here. So, you got to think about this stuff, man. Like, straight the fuck up. You go out and you get you a pair of tennises or whatever. You say, hey, I'm gonna get me some Nikes or some Reeboks or whatever. You might get you some Adidas or whatever, but you want the top of the line type of shit or whatever. So you got to think about it. If there was anybody to be discussing any and all of the fuck shit that he got going on, come on, man. Who the fuck do you think that he want to even be talking about this shit any motherfucking way? Okay, now just think about it. Now think about it. See, he'll try to trip you up and be able to use semantics. He'll try to say certain things to trip you up and to get you to agree with him with things that you're not in agreement with. That's why he be talking so fucking loud. And that's why you notice when people come on my channel, I don't even be up here. I don't even be talking. I just let them talk. I give them the opportunity to do that. Because what I've said, right, that shit is already carved in stone. I don't have to become even further repetitious with the things that I'm talking about. I've already said it. I can either do that, talk about the shit, or just play it. One or the damn other. Just like what the fuck we doing right now. Same shit.
I don't need, especially if you're gonna talk negative about me. Do you think the way this man is talking about me that I need that shit? I don't need people to spread lies about me, bro.
Okay, can I answer that before you go forward? Because you go a long way and I'll forget the question. Okay, let me answer that for you right quick. Yes, I do think you need him to talk about you because when he don't, you said something about it. That's what I'm telling you.
No, what I'm saying to you is this. I don't know. I don't listen. I don't
when he wasn't talking about you, you said something about it. You like he literally was not talking about you.
There's no way. There's no way World News was not talking about me. You gotta stop. You have to stop that.
Listen, you
have to stop. You have to stop saying that. Listen. The only reason why you know about World News is because of Nature Boy. You don't know him for anything else but me in Carbonation.
No, I know him because of Kanika Jenkins. I know him because
and after Kanika Jenkins, y'all always use that. But after Kanika Jenkins,
I still know him as a
no, what I'm saying to you is after Kanika Jenkins, it has been Carbonation all over his channel. So you cannot say when he wasn't talking about me. Because
I got you. Can I ask you one more question?
His whole platform.
Oh my God.
His whole platform.
Man.
I just want to ask you one more question.
Man, look at here. My whole platform is not made up of you, nor is it consistent of you. It just so happened you have a lot of people, and I repeat, scores of people who dislike you. So whenever that we're talking about you, they're going to come over here and they're going to listen only because they dislike you. You are a confused individual that seems to believe that damn near everybody wants to talk about you and stuff like that or whatever. That is not the damn case. You see? Now, whether you feel as if I'm lying or not, that is the truth right there, brother. That's why these people come through. I can be over here talking about child abductions, organ harvesting. I can be talking about a series of different things, multiple homicides, collectively connecting and affiliating the elite with pedo life, all of that pedo wood. I can be talking about all that stuff that I post on Instagram that I usually only leave up for a week and then take the shit all the way the fuck down. I don't be doing it for the views. I do it because it's up for a discussion. That's all that it is. You're not that important that we have to sit around, and then wait on to go live. Now we can talk about some of this crazy shit that you're doing. You actually want a motherfucker to talk about this shit to tell you the damn truth. But I think that you got a fixation with this channel because of the amount of people that come to this channel, as well as the amount of people that have shared thoughts. See, this is the deal right here. When they come over here, they get that work. They get that work all at one time. There's scores of people that get this motherfucking work, okay? So once that they get this work, they become aware, they become knowledgeable of what the hell that you're doing, only because I'm explaining and breaking the motherfucking shit down. What I do to you, Babaji, is I take away from your following. I destroy your following. I take away from what little bit of bread, the fuck that you thought that you was going to get, because once people hear me explain what the fuck that's really going on, because you and your crew is transparent as hell, they like, I don't even want to get with that stuff right there. That's why I even talk to people now who at one time not only were affiliated with you, but actually put green hearts in the chat and stuff like that or whatever. Man, they had to come to that understanding like, hold up, man, hold up. This is some weirdo type of shit. Despite what you're saying, despite the semantics that you use, despite what little following you think that you have right now, man, people been done woke up to that stuff that you're talking about. And you best believe that not everybody that don't fuck with you has went back and damn hit unsubscribe from your damn channel, okay? Come on, man, stop it. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Before we go into
the whole platform is made off of it.
Mute your mic.
Okay. So hold on. So is she still with you and you took her back? That's all I want to know.
Again, first you have to answer.
Here you go. Here you go with the shit.
Okay, I will
answer any of your questions. If you answer my question.
Okay, I will.
My question is, and I'll say this again, just briefly. When a person's life has no purpose and no inspiration, they will turn to entertainment to drown out the fact that they have lost inspiration and purpose for their own life. Now, I'm asking you a question. Why is it important? Why is my personal life important to you?
Can I talk now?
It's not important. I mean, he's asking me. It's not important, but it's hilarious and it's funny.
So what I'm asking,
no.
wait.
Hold on. Let me answer. And the other day when y'all was in the water and you showed that bridge with that sign, like you don't have a good way of hiding your life. Like I know exactly where you at because you showed that sign. No, it's not important.
So what I want to know for you is why is my life so important to you?
Listen, y'all. Let me explain this part. Now, what he's trying to do right now is he's trying to get, you know what I'm saying? Like he want to feel whole right now. He want to feel as if that people really fuck with him like that or whatever. At the end of the day, he know what he's saying is a fucking lie, but he gotta try to get people to say it. You feel what I'm saying? That's right. It's like a motherfucker that got an addiction type of shit and they know that they doing wrong, you see, but then they trying to get a person to say, well, I understand why you have to do this. No, if one part is wrong, then all of the motherfucking part is wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be trying to shit my people's over here type of shit or whatever. Now, we ain't moving like that. We sharp over this Jim Jang, okay?
Okay, it's not important. It's just funny.
Okay, so it has to be important because you're giving it your
own, but that's why you're on social media.
Yeah, but I'm on social media living my life. There's a difference. It's a difference. I'm on social media minding my business, living my life.
You're not minding your business.
I'm living my life on social media. I want you to act. I'm asking you this. I'm asking a question, right? You said it's.
You should have been like raw ugly ass was dark skin. Should have been like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Michael Blackston dark skin. You should have been like that or something or whatever. Yeah, ain't like he ain't Sheba. Right. So what the hell he talking about? Huh? Oh, you brought up Sheba? And then what?
Yeah, I think because people's like, because on one of his live videos, Sheba was at the beach with him. You know what I'm saying? You seen where they was in the house and she was at the beach with him and she.
Yeah.
And he was saying they with her. So I'm like, what about Sheba? She dark. Honestly, I don't think she was ugly. I feel like she malnutrition and like her eyes are bulging right now, like she have a thyroid issue. And I'm not even being funny about that. I feel like she was in a different location. She used to look real cute before she went over here.
Oh yeah,
has potential to look better.
Oh
so
yeah.
I don't think she was ugly at all, and she's dark. So I'm like, what happened to Sheba? And he was like, Velvet. She like, you didn't see the live yesterday? And I was like, nah. And so he was like, man, Velvet whooped her ass. She hit Malia's ass too, but Malia ain't want to fight. And I'm like, she said, yeah, she was calling her bitches and shit, and I pulled over and let them fight, let them duke it out. And in my head, I'm like, but you're supposed to be the Messiah. Why would you condone? Why would you entice women to fight? That shit was just disgusting to me. But I'm still playing my role, so I'm not making no facial expressions on that. But in my head, I'm like, damn, like these motherfuckers brainwashed. Like she hyped up about this shit. Like I used to fight when I was in high school, but then you come to a point in your feminine energy and realize that's not ladylike. You know what I'm saying? And that's not how a woman can carry herself.
Now just think about it. Now if you got a man, a grown ass man, a man that's older than you, that's actually condoning, that gets excited, that's satisfied to actually see two women fight, you can only imagine how many times that he done pulled that stunt right there. And then for the people that's around him, the people that are misguided, they actually seek approval from him. So many of these fights, many of these quarrels, many of these bouts and things of that nature, they might even be doing this stuff, seeking approval from this guy, man. Like it's crazy as hell, man. I'm like, so you sit back and you got an appetite. You fucking enjoy watching two women fall out type of shit or whatever. Man, I be breaking up fights with dumb motherfuckers all the time, man. Even if I see that if there's a fucking time where there's a disputation or somebody has a disagreement, whenever that there's some malaise or someone has a grievance or whatever, to try to see if we can come to some type of solution, man, some type of understanding. But you got a cult leader that says that he's in fact the master teacher that's allowing for the women to fight. He think that this is cool. He's like actually urging the women on. He's pushing them on. Like, this is crazy as a motherfucker. Like, what type of world is this type of shit that we living in? Aside from everything else in the world that's going on right now, you got a dude that feels like it's important that he's stressed to someone that he don't even really know like that he's married to a woman, but now his main man that just got married to a woman that at one time he was on a porn flick with type of shit like that, with his baby mama type of shit or whatever. Now he's saying that his wife and her had a fight and that this is cool. You see how crazy this is? It's weird if you ask me, like, what the fuck kind of shit is you into, dude? So grown ass women, you like seeing and hearing about the grown ass women fighting. Like, what the fuck? Like,
nobody taught me that. It just was natural instinct. So just to see her be excited about that shit, I'm like, yo, that's weird. You know what I'm saying?
See, this the shit that got me right here, because it's like, you know, for dude to post those pictures a little minute ago that was showing, you know, that him and Velvet got married. I'm like, damn, how he just like whole life just cuffing all of the women type of shit or whatever.
Are you talking about the pictures of them showing their asses on his live with the showing his name tattooed on them, or were you talking about the photo shoot he did with Velvet when she was naked and only had the apron on?
No, I'm talking about when they went to Vegas and shit. They supposed to be married and shit and all that. Now I seen those photos. Yeah.
Yo,
okay, so
and I ain't even get to that part right there of the show. Matter of fact, we didn't even go over that the other day, to tell you the damn truth. I'm like, oh wow, what the fuck is going on? Like, I seen the photos, the photo shoot photos, so to say, or whatever. And you know, like I say, I had somebody came up on the panel. I think this might have been about probably 5 or 6 months ago. But the lady was talking, and in so many words, she was saying that she didn't even believe that was Velvet's first child. And she said the reason why she didn't believe that was because her breasts were elongated, like they was long and saggy, you know, like a wet sock and stuff like that or whatever. You know, after, you know, you feel where I'm coming from. Y'all women know, y'all done been to the OBGYN and all that stuff, you know, what happens with the physical anatomy, you know, of the woman. I ain't got to get into all that stuff right there because I'm not an MD, okay? That's right, I'm an MC. So being that I'm an MC and a DJ and a reporter and all that shit or whatever, I kind of think that woman may just be right now, because the stuff that I was talking about with Jesus the other day, when Velvet had a little weight on her and stuff like that or whatever, some people even said, well, hey, the reason why her breasts are sagging and stuff is because she lost all that weight. Me, on the other hand, hey, I'm looking at it like, hey, it could be a strong possibility that she may even had another child before, type of shit or whatever. That's what it appears like to me. Now, if she come over here and straighten it and say, well, no, that's not the case, you know, but when me and Jesus was together type of shit or whatever, you know, he had a child from a previous relationship type of shit or whatever, you know, all right, well, you know, all right, we'll pretty much, you know, we'll listen to everything that's being said or whatever. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to take that as being the truth, because I definitely got to see some proof. I definitely got to see some receipts. I definitely got to see more than what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, that these people now are showing me on this damn photo shoot type of shit or whatever, because them damn breasts, man, them joints were super saggy. Yo, hold on, I'm gonna pull them shits up, man. Them shits was super saggy like a motherfucker. I was like, damn. I was like, yo, hold. I had to look for it. So I was like, wait a minute, hold on, wait. And when I looked at the way it was just sitting up there and shit or whatever, I'm like, them joints got a little bit of miles on them right there. You know what I'm saying? Those are the over 40 years old slim chick, you know, the MILF chick or whatever. That's those kind of Jim Janks or whatever. You feel where I'm coming from? Yeah. Now she's a young girl. Now she don't supposed to be thugging like that. So in other words, what I'm saying is her body don't supposed to be like that, out of whack type of shit or whatever. Like that's weird to me. That's weird to me. She's not even 30 years old. She's not even 25 years old, in my understanding, for her Jim Janks to be like that. Yeah, that's mad weird to me. I'm like, yo, like, hold on for a second. Yeah, wait a minute. Let me fix this screen because I don't know whether or not Louis got a little areola on that thing. No, I ain't know. Look like a little baby nip on there or whatever, but we ain't gonna go all the way in there. Hold on, I'm gonna scoot it over so you can't really see the nipple and stuff like that or whatever. But I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. And you guys, you know what I'm saying? You can hey, like I say, man, it is what the fuck it is, man, over here, man. We're gonna look at it for what it's worth. Because I honestly do think that she might have at one time, you know what I'm saying, bore a child or whatever. Although people are saying, no, she didn't. That was old boy's daughter and stuff like that or whatever. Man, her body telling me different. Like the same way how R. Kelly was talking about the girl body telling them no and all that stuff. Yeah, and all that. And my body, yeah. And all that old shit right there, whatever. Uh-huh. Now look at this shit right here, family. Like this is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You got, hey, I don't know, man. Them joints kind of long to me, man. Them joints is long, bro. Them joints is hella long, man. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Did you see that? Them joints is long, right? I mean, like, come on, man. Let's look at it for a second. Now, from the side view, let's look at the side view now. Now, the side view from this Jim Jank right here, man. You see how the length of that joint is right there? I don't think it's supposed to be like that long right there, whatever. Like I said, I'm not a gynecologist or anything like that, nor do I, have expertise, in the female, body and stuff like that and all that or whatever. But what do you guys think? Is that a one-child breast? Is that a one-child titty or what? Is that a one-child titty or what? Hold on, I'm gonna wait on you guys, man. Y'all can drop it in the chat or whatever, man. I just need to know. Is that a one-child titty right there? That's all I'm saying. Doesn't look like it to me. Look like she may have had a child before or some stuff like that or whatever, man. Come on, man. Huh? What do you think? Hey. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and then drop the link on that one right there. Yeah, and if anybody got anything to say about that, like I said, I might be viewing it wrong or whatever. I definitely don't want to put out any misinformation or whatever, but just in my 42 years and stuff that I've been around the sun, I've seen a couple of them janks right there before. Yeah, I seen them. I seen them in them dirty magazines and stuff like that or whatever. Yeah, I was young and stuff, whatever. Yeah, I identify with that. So I definitely don't think that she just had like one child and shit like that or whatever. It's something that's going on, man. Either that or she been doing a whole lot of filling on them Jim Janks and getting them Jim Janks sucked on or whatever. It's something. That's what I heard. A young girl told me that, man. We was in school or whatever. I asked this girl, she had some great big old Jim Janks. And I was like, yo, how you get them? I was like, how yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, how your titties get big like that? And you know what she told me? She told me, say she put butter or some shit like that on it or whatever. I was like, huh? She was like, yeah, I put this on here and this what made them big. And I just left it at that. Years later, I seen women actually going and getting operations and stuff like that. Yeah, just to try to have some big breasts and stuff like that or whatever, just because they didn't have none. So when I look at somebody like her, and as elongated as what them joints are right there, man, she'll have to get, hey, look, she got to come and stand to correct that shit right there, because that don't seem right to me. Ain't no way in the damn world, y'all. Come on, man. Hey, come on, man. Is the entire chat over here slow as hell or something right now?
Then that means that Efru is married to Sassy Solar then, right?
Caliber. Yeah, what's his name? Caliber. I don't know his name, the black one.
Yeah, that's right, Caliber. Gallagher Caliber.
The four of them are married. I know for sure for documentation reasons. If they go to jail, the wives that are married. That is, you know what? They make a good fucking point. I didn't even think about this shit when I was going live with them. How do you take somebody else's legal wife in the name of God?
You feel me?
Messiah. I don't know. It's weird.
So you was on the live stream with him?
Well, that's what I was trying to tell you. Girl. Yes. And I was trying to get you to, like, you know what I'm saying, ask me to ask certain questions. I didn't really know, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm green to a lot of, you read between the lines real good. You know what I'm saying? So you know how to, like, ask certain questions without exposing your hand. So I didn't know what to ask. So it was just kind of like, I'm just letting them just do their thing. And I'm just kind of, like, in the background, just just watching, really, not really saying too much.
See, you can still low key fake as hell, proclaim the kingdom and type of shit. You can say some shit like, yeah, your boyfriend got your phone and he blocked everybody, you know, beginning with Babaji. You know what I'm saying? Anybody has some jungle affiliation type of shit or whatever. But damn, like this shit got me thrown the fuck off. I'm thrown all the way the fuck off.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna fuck with it. I'm gonna tell you why. Like, I was getting ready to go to bed, and
you said it's not important. So why are you giving it?
You know, re-listen to your live
because it's entertaining.
Right. And is entertainment important to you?
That's why I'm
asking you a question, ma'am. Okay. Is entertainment important to you? It has to be because you're giving it your time.
You want us to watch you.
I'm asking you a simple question. Please stop deflecting. I'm asking you a simple question.
That's not deflecting.
Is entertainment
deflecting?
Is entertainment important to you?
It's a part of living. Yes.
How much time do you spend being entertained or giving your time to entertain?
Well, actually, I forgot about you because World has not been talking about you. He's been talking about the ghettos and things. So actually, I forgot about you until you were just doing some old funny shit again. Like
okay, so let me ask you this. So you have 16 hours in your life. You sleep 24 hours in a day. That's 8 hours in a day. You have 16 hours you're awake. You are literally giving me your life.
Oh man, now do you see this? You see this, right?
I mean, you're on a panel right now.
You see this, right?
You're talking about me. That's using your life.
Okay. Let me explain this part right here, because this is weird as hell, right? Now, this is what he basically thinks in his mind. He think a motherfucker just sit around all day and talk about him type of shit or whatever. I'm like, nah, man, you don't listen, man. We don't just sit over here and discuss you type of shit. Now, we might be talking about certain dumbass shit that you did or whatever. Now, if you get mad about the shit, because we'll have like a whole live panel on that shit or whatever, hey, you got to get mad at yourself for putting that type of information out there, man. You consented to all of this stuff right here. And I'm going to say it again after I've said it like 3 times already. Man, ain't nobody force you over here, just like no one forced your ass to come over here and type in the chat that you really did kill Mama Dia. Now, you really did put that in the chat. And I really did peep game on that. And I'm like, yo, that's not something to be joking about, man. You don't be joking about killing nobody, especially when Mariah Lynn about to be going to court type of shit or whatever, but you out this bitch joking. You think that this is a joke? This is funny? This is cool? What the fuck type of shit is that? You joking? I don't think you joking. Because I know people that tell jokes. You feel what I'm saying? In real life. Just funny motherfuckers. Naturally funny motherfuckers. But they never, within their natural funny ass life, gonna naturally let that shit just come across the damn screen with them typed it and then say, yeah, I really did kill somebody. But I'm protected and stuff like that or whatever. Yeah, you can't stop me because I'm protected. Man, look at here. When I seen the joint in the comment section, I said, well, okay, well, I don't know if he got a little ahead of himself or whatever. I don't know. Like I say, usually, man, when people come over here, man, and they get on my panel and stuff, they get real hyped up and stuff like that. They get real riled up and stuff like that or whatever. Yeah, they get riled up real good, man. I'm just like, yo, man, don't come over here and just say some dumb ass shit. Don't just let some shit just slide up out your mouth type of shit or whatever, man. Come on, man. Tighten up with the tighten up, yo. Peace, what's good with it? How are you?
Peace, hey, world. How you doing? I'm good.
Already. What's going on?
Not much. I just wanted to chime in on what you said. I thought when he wrote that he killed Mama Dia. In all actuality, he actually did if he told her to stop taking her medication and she stopped. Now, if it was more than that, why he don't come over here and explain that?
You got a point. You got a point. You got a point. So what is that? What do you think about the whole deal with him actually putting that in the chat? What does that say? Just from you, what you noticed. What does that say? That he was that brave to do that? I mean, like, what is that? you put that you killed somebody, but you got good energy or you protected, so to say?
In a way, I think it put it in the chat too. I think it's actually been on his mind, and that was a way a little bit to come out and get it off of his conscience a little bit, and actually maybe tell the truth.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
But
Oh wow.
Slick kind of doing it, you know.
So what do you think about when he was up here talking to Dr. Aurelia, as mad as what he got? He got hot and was cursing her out and stuff. Like, what do you think about that? What brought all that about?
Just like Dr. Aurelia said, that man has so many demons in him. And I think he couldn't handle her spirituality, you know, like what she, you know, like going back and forth with her. He couldn't handle the Most High in front of his face. And then, you know, like when he said, I think he said, what does he say? Like at the end of your life cycle? Well, at the end of his life cycle, he's gonna have to answer for killing Mama Dear and all them babies.
That
carbonation has not had.
Well,
that Afro has aborted.
What do you think about now? That's a good point too about those babies that were aborted, whether they were forced to be aborted or not. You feel what I'm saying? Now when Dr. Aurelia said that Nature Boy has a date, what do you think about when he responded to that? Because he kind of got upset about that one.
Right. I think he wanted to know more about the reckoning date that she was talking about. But in all actuality, that had to happen last night in order for him to know. But he already knows. Because just like she said, when he was just, he already knows his time is almost, up with what he's doing. That's why he's trying to entice so many women and stuff like that. But the women that he has over there, all of them have problems with themselves. Look at Efru. Efru is beautiful, but I think she has problems with being biracial. I think she don't feel like she's quote unquote black enough.
Oh wow!
Because I'm biracial myself, and people don't understand. Like when you grow up, that like they think, oh, you can pick sides. It don't work like that. Sometimes either side don't accept you. You see what I'm saying? And I think Afro has a lot of childhood trauma, and I think that's why she's running from it. Everybody over there has childhood trauma, and Afro always wants to get accolades from him. Did you see when he made her stand in the corner? He told her either you can stand in the corner or leave. He tell all of them that. And they rather put themselves through more trauma instead of taking their tails home. Afro come from a good family. Zoka does as well. What are they running from? Hello?
I'm here. I don't even have an answer for it. I was just sitting here thinking. I was like, damn, because you're making some very valid points, and you're exactly right. They do come from some great families, and one has to ask, why wouldn't they say, you know what? All right, this wasn't what the fuck I thought it was. Okay, now it's my time to exit stage left. It's time to go type of shit or whatever.
Exactly. If you look at Afro is nothing but a pack of bones right now. Afro has lost all of her, fats and stuff like that. And I mean, like, they're over there starving. I mean, why would you put yourself through so much more trauma in your life? And he has the worst sex with them ever. All he want to do is have anal sex. Okay, he was on live having sex with Malia, Afro. I think about Aya. It was about 4 or 5 of them. So he was putting his penis in their vagina and then putting his penis in their, butt. Okay, all of that is germs right there. He's spreading everything to one another. He did that on a live world.
So he took his gym jank up out of the cootie hole and put it in the booty hole?
Yes. And Aya was the last one to put it in. He put it in her butt. And he said, oh, she got the download tonight.
Damn. So that's the download. Putting it up.
Yeah, that's when that happened when he was at Cookie House. He did that on a live. They were in the dark though.
Oh man, I ain't know he was doing that.
Yes.
The cootie hole to the booty hole. Now that's that or was it the
so that's why when Materi was saying they all stink. Who ain't gonna stink like that? He didn't go. He didn't go. You know, he didn't go take no shower. He didn't do nothing. He went from one to the other.
So how you just passing juices and stuff like that around?
To be honest with you, I think that man know he's sick and he's trying to get everybody sick around him. Look how Malia look. He loves Malia because Malia, he already has stated it. Malia loves anal. That's why he likes Malia so much. And if you look at Malia don't even have any breasts no more. All of them look like boys.
So what's up with that right there?
Gone.
What's up? What's up with that right there? How do the breasts just leave like that, sister?
I guess if you're not eating the correct foods, world, like what you're like all the, your body have good fats and bad fats,
Hey, I'm a god. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a king. I don't know about this stuff. So can I ask you, do titties deflate and stuff like that when you ain't eating stuff or whatever? I don't know. I'm just
my titties ain't deflated, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I've noticed somewhat.
Hey, look, if you're malnutrition, though, your whole body gonna deflate, right?
Hey, I'm just throwing it in there. I just feel, hey, it was just the time to ask it. I mean, I didn't know whether or not if they deflate and stuff like that or whatever, because that's definitely the way that it appears, And I've said it before. He's definitely he's into those women that appear to be little boys. Now, for whatever reason, I don't know, but he always got that thing where it's an issue where he got to like overemphasize by him not being a pedo and by him not doing pedophilia like things or whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Right.
Like,
right. And if he was all of that, why was he at the sex store buying a whatchamacallit ring?
Yeah, with the gym jank to the gym jank. Yeah, man.
You're supposed to be King Ding-a-long, right? So why do you
them old cock rings and shit like that. What type of old jackknife shit is that right there? That's that old back in the goddamn early 90s type of porn star shit, ain't it? A cock ring.
And if you performing like that, why are you buying them vibrators?
Man, hey, look at here, man. Look at here. One thing I can say is this right here. Now, I want you to keep it a book, okay? Now, you a woman, you got you a man, y'all do what you do. When he tapped that thing the right way, sometimes he gonna take a old elongated nap type of stuff like that or whatever. But if you got multiple women, you're saying that's your wives, and you are having sexual intercourse with all of them, one would have to ask, how the fuck does he stay up so long? How is he talking so long? That's how I've been knew that he wasn't getting no cootie, because you can't sit up there and tell me that you got that much damn energy every time that you bust one of them old nuts. That's right. Your energy gets depleted. That shit get depleted, man. That's right. So think about that for a second. Now, if you got all them wives, right? You got over 5 wives. You smashing all of them. How are you able to stay up all damn day and be talking on live streams? Think about it, sister.
Well, that man has a mental problem. I really think, I really think he has a mental problem. I really do. And I think he's a drunk. And,
you think he's a drunk? You think he's a drunk? Is that what you said?
Yeah, because he was drunk last night when he was on the phone with you. His voice changed.
And in what way did you notice? If you don't mind me asking.
The way he was laughing, he had like a little just a little bit of a slur. I can't really explain it, but I can tell, and like with Eliana as well. Remember when she had got drunk when they were living at Cookie House and she was talking in the van when they were on the way to the club? Well, she was drunk that day when they were recently when they were out on the water. And you know, because she was talking and she was like, "Oh yeah, man, Sheba Ben had a bond and this and that," and he was trying to cut her off. She had been drinking then. I think he has to keep Eliana drunk in order to go along. And then once she's not drinking and going along with the party and you know doing the kiki and being the wife she's supposed to be, and it's like, you know, she get hit in the face with reality that, hey, this man really don't want you. He want, you know, these other women as well. And that's still not good enough because he's always looking for new women.
Okay.
And
now I heard what you're saying, and I'm not in disagreement with what you're saying, but I seen a comment scroll past real fast, and Dr. Aurelia was saying that he wasn't drunk or they wasn't drunk. She said that the spirits actually causes their voice, their speech pattern to slur and other things, which was revealed last night. Because I don't think any sane person actually would be typing in the chat and saying that they did kill somebody and they're gonna get away with it because they're protected. So protected how? That's the question I'm asking.
Right.
Yeah, how? Protected how and by what, sister?
I don't know, bro. You gotta talk to Dr. Ray about that one. I really don't know. I mean, unless Satan gonna protect them, hey, because I know God ain't going for it. The truth always come out, you know. But
like
that man got some demons on him, or in him, or something.
They're definitely attached to him. There's definitely some energies that are attached to him. And to be quite honest with you, he's honestly actually attached to all of us, whether you know it or not. And the reason I say that, because for the people that support this channel, this movement, this live stream, to make it make sense, man, this dude is over here too. That's why I be calling them trolls my fans. Like him, he's a fan. You see? He said, I enjoyed it. That and all.
He told you that. He told you that he was so glad that you were talking about him again. I think he feeds off of that. I think he really do enjoy your channel, the world. You know, he likes and then like last night to me he was trying to turn it into his show. You know, it was like you were saying, he wanted everybody to say that yes, we like watching you. Don't none of us like watching you. We're only over here for World, and we're World putting out on his content. And you know, if it was just for an update, okay, cool, I'll watch the update. But you're not reporting on him no every day or talking about him every day.
No, that's not what we're doing, you know. And even if we were doing that, we wouldn't be using his content and all that other shit and all that. And I want to also put this out here as well. We always welcome people to this platform to be able to speak. Okay, that's there. And shout out to Dr. Aurelia. We got Dr. Aurelia up here too, Kansas.
All right, thank you.
I'm gonna mute up so I can get my coffee. I'm gonna mute up so I can get my coffee. All right.
Okay.
Hey, brother. Hey, sister. Listen, this is hilarious today because I hear what you were saying about the different voices and about the body. Most people don't realize that honestly, when you have that many spirits like that, when you have that many demonic entities, because you got to think, like I said, Eligio has slept with over 100 people. Think about all of that, and think about all them different people that's in his body. So when he dispersed those spirits like that to them, he's literally, because you got to think about all that is nothing but darkness. So when he does that and he sleeps with them, he's literally sucking the life out of them. He's draining them. When you seeing, they don't look good to nobody but themselves. Right. And the reason why he like Malia is because Malia is more of the fantasy that he likes. The man mixed with the woman, because her voice is deep. Right. She got the body built like a man. Even though she is a woman, it's everything of his fantasy of what he like as a transgender. So that's the fantasy that he has in his head.
Right.
But when you was hearing those different spirits last night and them different voice changes, those was those entities coming up. I didn't really too much have to say nothing. It was just light, face, and darkness. And he was telling on himself. He was beyond himself to tell on his own self. He was shouting it out. And it really was what people didn't realize, because it wasn't bothering me. I have witnessed that a lot when I'm dealing with people. That kind of thing, especially when you're dealing with people with entities in them. What it was he was so frustrated. He was frustrated that he had to tell on himself and reveal who he was. So that's why you heard his voice going up in a certain way. It sounded like he was mad and angry, because he was mad and angry that the enemy had to reveal who he was in the face of light. And so that's
Oh,
what, yeah. So that's what you're dealing with in regards to that. But when he's projecting himself like that, how he was coming at me talking about you, like World touched on that a little bit earlier about
right.
you look at me for 16 hours a day. Those are the things that he be speaking when I was saying order out of chaos. When you look up that magic there, you could see what that means. It's what they say when they project out of their mouth, is what they're trying to bring into their own reality. In other words, that's why I got up there. That's why I came up there, because I started seeing how much he was bringing witchcraft in it to get into the people's subconscious. And
Oh,
that's what I was
okay.
shutting down. That's what the part that I was shutting down, because see, it would be getting into people conscious that don't even understand. Next thing you know, you'll be really thinking those things that he was placing there, if you don't understand spiritual
Hey,
warfare.
part
I'm sorry, brother. What you were saying?
pardon me for a second. Shout out to you too, Dr. Rail. I just wanted to
Okay,
interject for a second because I see he done came back to the chat.
here we
So
go.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the link, but y'all can continue to speak. If he wants to join or any one of the Carbonation members want to join, you can come onto the platform, all right?
Okay. You gone, brother. But that's what it is. It was just basically all those demonic entities, those different entities that we was hearing last night in regards to that. And he had to reveal himself. He had to reveal who he is. And you can't do that. In other words, I didn't have to force it on. The Most High know how to arrest the dark powers. That's what them angels are for. They know how to arrest demonic entities in the spirit. So he was arrested and even realized that he was arrested last night. So that's pretty much it. For as his drive, regardless of what Raw had already revealed in regards to that, the real Eligio really can't stay up and all that kind of stuff. But when you look at his profession of where he came from and all of
Right.
that, and those different personality, it will keep the adrenaline pumping. When you're dealing with a lot of demonic entities, they all have their own personality. They all use the body in their own way. And so that's what you'll be dealing with. When he said I was talking spookish, that's why it felt like it was
Right. Right.
spookish. That's why it felt
It
very
was
spookish
spooky
to
for
him.
him.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, it's nobody coming to play with Eligio or to entertain those spirits that he has in him. The truth remains is that he already know his day is coming. His day is coming. If he don't repent and bow down just like everybody else before the Most High power, his day is coming. All these other times were just warnings. They were just warnings up to the point. But we are watching something here. We are watching something. But he has been damaging these people. He has been going after the weak, praying after the weak, and abusing the weak physically and emotionally. And just like what Pharaoh, and just like what the Most High told Pharaoh, let my people go. You best to believe the Most High is saying the same thing to him, or
Right.
else, or else. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. We all have a reckoning day if we out of order. If we out of order with the power that be.
Right.
So yeah.
And
So that's what that.
Dr. Ray, I got a question for you. Do you think it is any, like, could he, if he, how can I say? Do you think that he could ever just stop doing what he's doing? Like, do you
That's
think
gonna
his soul could
that
be
you know what?
saved?
That's gonna take a higher power to make him do that. And if he had the will, if Eligio had the will to say, I'm tired and I don't want to be like this no more, of course. But
Hmm.
his He got too much pride and ego, and that's what he think he's fighting against the people. You ain't boxing against the people.
Right.
He boxing against the Most High, and he gonna soon realize that his arms is too short to box with him. You gonna lose. You'll always lose with that fight. So that's what I'm
Mm.
understanding. See, sometimes the Most High sometimes the Most High had to bring people all the way to their deathbed to make them understand who He is and what that power that He contains is, because they don't believe. They just
Right.
don't believe.
Right.
But you see the
Mm.
ego that we deal with. You see the ego that he brings out. You see the pride that he's
Mm-hmm.
ego, and all this coming from the childhood. He got convinced in his mind that he been in prison. Youth center is not prison, sir.
No, it's not.
It
That's
was
Hey,
a
juvenile.
facility.
hey,
See, all
let me. I want to interject for 1 second, and I want to throw this out here, and I want to give a shout out. You know what I'm saying, to the sister Tierra that's up in the building. Tierra gonna be adding on.
yes,
Shout out to Miss Meat. I see that Falcons. I see that
yes, Miss
dirty
Me.
bird face mask up in the building and everything. I want to say this, Dr. Aurelia. The sister
Mm-hmm.
that's up here right now, you may just want to talk to her, because this is the sister that was actually talking to them about it. Feel what I'm saying? He not only gave a little bit of information, but as freely as he gave up the information, she'll be able to tell you how all of this stuff right here took place. And like I say, I got meat up here with y'all too. Okay, I'm muting up. I'm getting up out of here so I can listen. All
Okay.
right.
Miss Me, hey.
What's up, y'all? Yeah.
And
I'm
he said,
let y'all go ahead.
no, no, no. He was saying about Tiara. Tiara was the
Yeah.
one that spoke with him.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Hi.
Hello, sweetheart.
You're making some really good points, especially about the sex demons, because Lord, that's literally all. Like, I could not even have an intellectual conversation with him because
Mm-hmm.
the only thing he wanted to know was, could I take dick in front of his daughter? Could I take dick? Am I allowed to curse on here? I don't know. But it was just sex, 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 sex,
Right.
sex. And it was points, I'm gonna be honest, there were times, and I'm tired of people saying that Velvet is, other commentators, they get on their channel and they say, oh, Velvet, she has to be intoxicated or blah blah blah, like she's a victim. Sweetie, she's not, because she was recruiting harder than him, I promise. And there were times where I would say, well, I don't know the knowledge. I need to learn the knowledge. Like, I know y'all have an entry exam. I need to know the knowledge. That girl told me, oh no, you can learn the knowledge when you get here. So what I took that as, y'all recruiting for money. Y'all can't, they're living luxury, honey. But 29,000 isn't gonna uphold 30 people. I just know
Come
that.
on now. Come on.
But I'm gonna let you go ahead, and whatever questions you may have for me, I'm open. But yeah, I literally only, I was beaming. I was, beam seeing baby, but I only talked to them for maybe a day and a half, 2 days, and I had to like remove myself because there were times where I would be live with him. It's like my energy was changing. It was weird. Like, I felt like I was getting to the point to where I was like kind of losing self control. And I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I would have slept. I don't think I would have slept good that night. I told World, I'm cool. I'm just gonna remove myself because, like you said, nothing's gonna change. We know what's going on over there. But I had to reach out to World with the information I had after seeing that little girl run around that damn house naked like that. And I'm just like, within 5 minutes of originally video, being on video with me, you showing her whole body, her front and back. I could have had men behind me. I could have been out in public. Like, you don't know who I'm around. You know what I'm saying? You don't know me. So I'm just like, damn, like, what the hell is going on? It was just weird.
Well, the thing is, because Elijah
Deuce, I got
actually,
something
what
over
he's
there.
doing with his camp, he's moving at a low level where he sees that's going on with the higher ups. See, he's moving in this realm here because that's what they sent him out to do, to get the public attention. And when you explain about that energy, you're absolutely right about feeling that, because if you're not, that's why I said, if you don't know about spiritual warfare or understand, especially something to that magnitude with all those demonic entities in it, you can't entertain spirits like that. That's why it's not good to entertain everybody and every demonic entity that comes in your face, because some of these things will overpower. It will be all in your sleep wrestling with you, where you'll be afraid to go to sleep at night, to be honest. because you
That's
could
true.
feel those entities.
I
Yeah.
felt it. Like I remember telling World that I was like, last night I just didn't feel good going to bed knowing that I was associated with them. So I just blocked them all. And it was for shits and giggles, but for real, y'all, like I really felt that pull and I'm like, nah, like I just didn't feel right. My energy was changing. And it's like when I would talk to him, we couldn't even have a conversation about the knowledge because he always said the knowledge, but never brought the knowledge up. It was six, 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 six. And what was really
Right.
disturbing is your daughter's right there, and you're telling Velvet to tell me, oh, she can't take dick, tell her don't come. What about the knowledge, proclaiming the kingdom? When I would bring that up, I would always be redirected to, oh no, you can come anyway. You can come anyway. You can learn the knowledge here. But when y'all kicking folks out that didn't know the knowledge, and I brought that up, no one answered that question. So I was just like, oh, okay, see, this is definitely a sex cult, and Velvet's recruiting because she's down for the cause because she want that money. And I just looked at it for what it is. I called a spade a spade.
What Eligio is a gatekeeper. He's what they call a gatekeeper for the elites. They the ones that actually sift out the people to bring them in, to come under oath in regards to them. The reason why it's actually hard for all them to be able to get away is because of the soul ties. You got to think about all them as a cluster. If you could think of in the spirit how it looks, it's like all of them is in one big cluster because they are tying themselves. Every time this will sleep with that one, and that was that, it's hard for them just to jerk away because they tied themselves in knot all around him, inside of the whole thing. I'm just glad because people don't realize even with conversation you could get a soul tied. Just by conversation you could get emotionally. If somebody could graph you in emotionally, they got a hold on you. And so that's the beauty part, that you was able to kind of like shake yourself and wake up out the matrix of it and bag up, because that's the agenda. It's not nothing, honestly. That demonic power right there, because you got to think about his childhood. That's why I say
And
we
world,
go
can
back
y'all
into.
hear me?
Yes, we are. We hear you, Miss Mead.
Okay,
Okay, you
I
want to
don't
say
think, yeah,
something?
I think no, I just think last time y'all couldn't hear me because I was talking. I was trying to ask the young ladies a question, but no, you go ahead and finish. I think y'all, I might working now.
Okay, yeah, yeah, we can hear you good. We can hear
Okay.
you good.
Now, I was just going to say that's why you are absolutely correct about the sex, sex, sex. You notice when more I came met him to when he was his backup was against the wall and he was backed up in a corner. He said I was sexually attracted to him. That's the only thing he know. That's the only thing he could bring up is what his lifestyle was before they put him where he's at now. This guy, the reason why he feels so protected, that's why he able to say what he wanted, whatever he feel like he big enough and bad enough to say. Because right now they don't have his head on the chopping block. They got him as a puppet out here. But when they finish with him, that's why I was trying to warn him over and over. You're gonna be just like everybody else. When they finish using you to push their agenda, oh yeah, your time is up. Your time is going to be up. And it ain't no help from the most high because you didn't turn. The best thing for him to do is honestly, because sometimes, most of the time, it's blood in and it's blood out. But but his ego, his pride, he's been raised up in this thing from a child, from facility, from after facility after facility. He's been engineered and manufactured. So that's what we got here. This is poison to our community, and they sent him out just for this reason. Just for this reason. You
I want
contacted
to ask,
him, Tiara?
yeah, that's what I wanted to ask her. So you was thinking about going to carbonation,
No,
Tiara?
I reached out after I saw World video, his most recent live before the one last night, because I wanted to know where they were, what they were doing too. So I just played the game how I go. Just mouthpiece them. It was easy, it wasn't hard. He just saw a woman he was attracted to and we just went from there.
Okay. I had missed some of the conversation because I was I'm getting my car service, so I really didn't hear what you said. But I'll go back and listen. I'll rewind the live
Oh
and listen
no,
to all of it.
I reached out to him. My intentions were never to go over there. I just played it. I just played him pretty much. I saw World's video when he was just speaking about, just touching on, not really knowing what's going on, and that somebody will come forward and kind of give the tea. So I just went in like the beam team, baby, and kind of just played my role. And it was not hard. He immediately just started spilling the beans.
That's crazy. And he wonder why so many people know his damn business. Because he'll talk to any damn body. Any woman with a
Yeah,
cute face, especially if she light skinned. And that's not being funny. I mean, he like light skinned women. There's no surprise there.
that's the truth.
He do. He like light skin. So if you light skin and you cute, yeah, you can pretty much talk. And young, you can't be no old person.
Well, now he like animals too. If anything with a hole, it's anything,
Oh my
anything, Miss
God.
Me. It's anything that gonna rock his boat, or anything that he could get that craving from. Any that's because like you if you notice, he kept saying how much of an animal he is. He ain't lying. And he has slept with animals. What you think gonna be in the inside of him? Animals, animals. He animalistic. He animalistic. Is a
That's
pig.
crazy because I heard people say that but I ain't actually seen him, you know, talk about do anything like that. But people be saying that. Why do y'all think that? That's already what animals?
Yeah. Absolute bestiality, because honestly, the higher ups do that too. That's why they symbol of the beast is the goat. The Baphomet is a goat because they pay homage to that. They lay with animals. Bestiality is very much real, and you got to think this boy he been sleeping with rich white people. That's why you honestly, and if you look at his character, if you really look at Eligio character, he ain't nothing but a white female on the inside. I'm not being funny. I'm not coming at white our Caucasian sisters and brothers. I'm telling you what's real. The reason why I say white because he don't even like his own people. That's why he abusing his own. That's why I say he's white. And the way he moves around and chat, that's how a woman act. And when you see him trying to project like he's so hard and all of that's a lot of fear. That's a man with a lot of fear because he's been abused. He's been abused. He's been all of these things as well when he was little. He's been cowardly abused. You get what I'm saying? So that's what you hear. You hear him trying to fight back everything and all them people in his head that did him, because he really is fearful. He is. If a real man was in his face, he would not act like that. This is a true story. He would not act hot tough. He tried to make himself to be. We Everybody in the hood, I guarantee you, everybody out here that's listening have seen somebody like Eligio all the time. They be the ones talking all that mess, but be the ones that get beat up because they know they ain't about that life. But that's what's in on the inside of him. That's on the inside of him. It's that little boy. It's still that little boy. And that's why he got to confess and say, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man. That's why he pick on the women. He beat on them, the ones that he feel like Tron them, because he know they ain't gonna fight back. He know he got nothing but weaklings around him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Because if you notice, no, I don't know if it's because he hasn't allowed, but there hasn't been a man of stature over there yet that has the muscle mass, that
No.
has the strength. And I know, and you touched on a good point there again. I remember it was a guy that caught them at I think they were getting tattoos, and he was scared. He was scared, and I never forget that. And I'm like, damn, like you talk all this shit,
Right.
but you're scared. So I do remember that. That's when the guy was just beaming and streaming his location, and he went back to the house and called Tron. Them they came back with guns, and he was really
Right.
scared. And I'm like,
Because
okay,
he's not about that. If you look at any movie and they have the villain and the leader, the leader that's a villain always be the most scariest one. But they just have their little workers around them doing all the dirty work. You see what I'm saying? They have all that. That's the same with him. He got the bark, but he definitely ain't got no bite. It ain't no teeth in that dog mouth. It's
Nah,
no teeth.
ain't no teeth.
No teeth in his
Ain't no
mouth.
teeth. Ain't no teeth. See, that's why he over here now with
Mm-hmm.
that stuff over here talking about he done killed Mama Deal and stuff like that.
See
See,
what I'm saying?
I be wanting people like you, Dr. Aurelia, to talk to him when they get to that point. You know what I'm saying? When he talking about murder and all type of stuff that he's willing to admit now. To me, it kind of sounds like them demons, man. Them demons trying to break up out of that shell that they in.
But see, that's what's happening. See, when light, that's why I just said, brother, when light come, demonic entities can't do nothing but reveal who they are. That's all they can do. They be speaking, don't even know why they speaking on a lot of things that they're supposed to be holding oath. Cause see, right there, what he's saying right now is the very thing will get him killed by the elites. Because that's breaking the oath right there. That's breaking the oath right there. You're never supposed to tell the secrets. And
So
he's out
so
of line right there.
So let me ask you, when you stated what you said in reference to there's actually a date for him, he was asking
Mm-hmm.
for the date. Why was he so concerned about the date or the date?
You seen that, did you? Did you see it? Because honestly, he been feeling it. He been feeling it. He know his time is coming up. When he see the numbers are low, he see that nobody really paying him no attention. See, the agenda is losing, it's slipping. In other words, that's why he came over here, because he was hoping that it was gonna rise him back up to where he was, like the phoenix, like the lotus that he called himself getting on him. But he's still in the mud. He's still in the scum, because that's what a lotus is. A lotus is supposed to be for rebirth. It's supposed to be for
Mm,
it's supposed to be in the mud and the scum, and it's supposed to be
mm.
able to sprout itself up as beauty out of the mud and the scum. But he's still lower as a snake belly.
See, I have another question. I'm glad that you broke that down because that gave me some more insight. But one of the things that I was puzzled with was when the sister Tierra, when me and her was
Mm-hmm.
talking, and she said, "Yo, I just blocked all of them. I just, she said in so many words, I'm paraphrasing it, but it's like she didn't want their energy. Like it was something about when she talked to them, seen them and stuff
Yes.
like that or whatever. Can you kind of touch on that a little bit?
Yes, that's what I was just telling her, sister. I'm glad that she was able to shake it off, because normally when you get in conversation with people, just to get in conversation with them and to lock eyes with them, that's why they say you're supposed to really honestly look at it in everybody's eyes, because it's the even though it's the window to the soul, if you're not able to be able to come back in the spirit, like say for instance, I wasn't worried about him last night because this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? In spiritual warfare, but I wouldn't recommend that for anybody, because those spirits they usher themselves through. When he's projecting out of his mouth different little sentences and little witchcraft lines, he's trying to find an open door so that he can hook on the inside of that person. See, that's what he did when he met all them that's over there under him right now. He spoke to them in a way that it drawed them with pity, sympathy, empathy. That story, that struggle, that sad struggle story. That's why I say I always try the spirit by the spirit. If that spirit ain't right, you better do it. And I'm glad that the sister was able to be strong enough, because a lot of them don't be strong enough. She could have been right over here right now trying to take up for him, or to nah, it's not like that. You know how the rest of them do and all of that,
Hmm.
because it would have got in the inside of her. But she was
That's
strong
right.
enough to see. She was strong enough to come out the matrix and see. Let me wake up from this, because
Uh-huh.
this ain't right. So that's
Uh-huh.
a blessing.
So let me ask you this, because when I spoke with Tierra, she was talking also about when they first was talking and it went to the video chat thing. My question would be, why was he, you know what I'm saying, like so eager with her saying that he wanted a dark skinned woman and stuff like that or whatever? Because he generally usually goes for the lighter, fair skinned women or whatnot. Do you have any reason for what that was about, or was he
But
just
I'm gonna
blowing
tell you
smoke?
something. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because honestly, Velvet already know that. See,
Mm,
when he go to the light skinned women, that's just to please that spirit that's in Velvet. Because Velvet already know that. He said that she said that he's very attracted to the dark skinned women. You see what I'm saying? He's very attracted to the dark skinned women, but he be putting on with the light skinned to make her soothe and feel good, because she's light skinned and
mm.
she knows she ain't got no competition when it come down to a dark skinned woman. You see what I'm
What
saying?
you
Because that's really what his thing is. He really loved dark skin.
Oh,
15.
Tierra, how did you feel when he said that about, oh, I always wanted a dark skinned woman and all that? Because like I told you, Michael Blackston was dark as hell too. So how
that
did you
that I
feel
didn't
about
feel
that?
any world. I didn't feel anything. Like there was no
Huh?
emotional anything. I didn't feel anything. It went through one and out the other. Like I didn't feel
Oh,
anything. It didn't flatter me. I wasn't flabbergasted. Because I don't look at him as a person. I look at him as a demon in a sense. So to me, it
mhm.
was just it was for lackluster. I didn't take that shit serious at all in my mind. I thought it was for lackluster, honestly.
So the part when you were saying about baby Velvet, when you were saying baby Velvet and she was naked and stuff like that. I don't know if
Um,
Dr. Aurelia heard that part, but what do you attribute to that type of stuff, Aurelia, when people just allow for total strangers, because she was in fact a
Mhm.
total stranger, to
and
see
still is
your
a
child
stranger.
naked? Right, right.
Well, that
So
we already know what's going on with baby Ellie. That baby is being groomed. Honestly, people keep saying she's beautiful, she's beautiful, she's beautiful, but you could see all up in her face what is happening and how they already grooming her with evil, with demonic spirits. When you see how she walks, and see, this is why I be saying, listen, I'm finna get a little harsh right here, and people could throw tomatoes. Listen, but I'm finna be real with you right here. This is the prime reason why the Most High would tell some of the people when back in the day when our people would go into the camps to overtake other nations, he would tell them to kill the kids and all. And I'm
mm,
gonna tell you why. This is real because the way that baby has been groomed and the way they have been doing her, she first of all she has been born with two demon seeds. That's
mm,
Velvet and him, and all that comes with them in that camp. Because you got to think everybody he slept with in the camp is in that baby. That's why that baby could go from hand to hand. Because all of
right.
them are part of her. Because the
Okay.
soul ties that's in her. So she
Okay.
got not only is it Eligio and Velvet, you got Sheba in her. You got Tron in her. You got all these different ones that's in her. Musa, all them is in her. Because all of them are slept one time or another together, or their
That's
spirit
right.
has came together. You see what I'm saying?
Mm,
So
mm,
what
mm,
he's
mm.
doing now is he's doing what the other elites are doing. He's putting her out there. He's putting her out there for the elites. That's normally what they do for a bidder. Because ain't nobody in their right mind and with common sense will have their child on a live naked unless you have a motive and an agenda. And we know what that a motive and agenda is. It ain't no different than what we've been talking about for these weeks going on with the elites that's up there in the higher ups. He's doing is mirroring what they doing up there down low. That's all he's doing. Because you got to remember, they got to have somebody at a low level to get our attention. They trying to get our attention. They trying to get us to follow whom they put out there, but it ain't working because we could see right through it. And that's what make that when you hear that spirit in him crying out like a little woman, and he's catching those temper tantrums, it's
Right.
because because we see him.
I
We see
noticed
him.
that. I
You see
noticed
that?
that last night.
Okay.
That's why
Okay.
I
Come on
fell
now.
back. That's why
All
I
right.
fell back, because see, if you go back and what I was attempting to do with this live stream, I was gonna play, the part with him on it when I was talking to him, and then I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
show y'all the difference when he was talking to y'all, when he was addressing the women. You feel what I'm
I
saying? See,
think
he
you
wanted to be
should. The
cool.
world, you know what? You know what, brother? I think you should, brother. I'm gonna tell you why. Because see, it went over so many people's heads. Even to my sister that was up there, Miss Chief. I was trying to make her
Uh-huh.
understand, baby. What you think you think you see Kabata. No, no, no. You're seeing from dark and light point of view.
Mm-hmm. That's
You
all
see what
that
I'm saying?
is.
It was going on. This wasn't about no flesh confrontation. This was spirit to spirit. This was spirit to spirit. I think that is a great point, brother, that it needs to, because it was going over a lot of people's head. He was revealing himself. He was upset and screaming because he had to reveal himself in the midst of
Uh-huh.
light.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of
That's
light.
and the thing about it is he actually had to come over here and to play like he was cool, and we was over here discussing
Right.
him. He said, hey, I like this, man. I like this. I'm happy to be back. He said, I'm happy to be back. I said, well, oh wow. So you're happy
You
to
know
be
why
back.
though, brother? You know why?
I sure don't. I sure don't.
Don't Satan always think he's a charmer. He think he could soothsayer. He's a soothsayer. That's what soothsayers do. What is a soothsayer? A soothsayer ain't nothing but a charmer, a snake, a serpent. That's how you see how them Chinese be soothing them snakes and be having them mirror them like that. That's all he is. But it ain't gonna work. See, that's what I'm saying. When he came over here, I promise you, world, he didn't think his night was gonna end like that over here on his live. I promise
You
you
don't
that.
think so? How do you think
No,
he thought that it was going to end? How you think he thought it
Oh,
was
he
going to
didn't
end?
think that. He brother, he didn't think it was gonna be like that. That it was gonna actually come out to see his day. That it was gonna come on out because see, he already feel it anyway. He know that's why he kept saying it himself. I know I got a number of days and all of that. Listen, that was hurting him on the inside. That was hurting him on the inside. He was not expecting for it to end in such a manner as that. He thought it was gonna come out.
Do you think any at all, you as well as Tierra, do you guys think that, the thing about Mariah Lynn, the girl that, took her mother's life and her court date coming up in a couple days or whatever, do you think that's on his mind as well?
I think the energy, I think honestly, she was too far gone. I think she was just a vessel for that source. And she didn't know how to protect herself. See, I'm really spiritual too, being from Louisiana and all of that, deriving from Haiti. I know about all that voodooism and all of that shit. So I know how to protect myself spiritually. However, it is a such thing as being too far gone. When you're too far gone, it's like something in you fight, but you cannot overpower that demon. I think for her, it latched onto her, and she brought that shit back home with her. So that's what I feel.
But they also use that. They also use that energy. See, it's a lot of them that is doing that right now. I sent you something, my brother, a long time ago. They are now having applications from the Illuminati to the public where family members can now join. And it tells the family members how you can sacrifice your families and all these different things because they coming out to the public. What he did was, of course, like I said, because her body was gone doesn't mean her spirit wasn't there. They used that energy. They use that energy. It ain't no difference than the other ones that's in Hollywood when they sacrifice their loved ones and they be far away from their loved ones, but they yet get that call and say it's done. Now you can be elevated. He used that. That child, that spirit was in there, especially since she slept with him. When you get into the soul ties and demonic entities and the spiritual world, it's deep because, like I said, he has not been sentenced yet. He's right over our head. So the reception that they pulling is right over our heads. They pulling all them energies and dark powers down here to earth. That's why the world is really, if you want to know why the world is really and the world is really rocking on its axle because of the weight of sin. Sin brings power, dark powers, and that's why the enemy always want people to do the foulest things. That's why Aleister Crowley said, "Do as thou wilt." Anything you can imagine, do it, so that they could use it. So that they can use it. It takes the power of the Most High to really get that kind. Because honestly, it takes a power that's stronger than that. In that case, you'll never get delivered like you need to. Like I said.
So in other words, there
ahead,
was
brother.
a power that was stronger than him. There was a power that was stronger than him at the time when you came on, and he didn't even want to talk to you. That's why he ran. That's why he strayed away.
That's what I'm saying,
See the way
my brother.
that's right. See that spirit had already embodied you. What you encapsulate. See, that's what he's afraid of anyway. See, he can sit out here and shoot the shit and all that or whatever, but hell, he look at your picture, it ain't nothing but it's a purple circle with a damn A on it. So he can't break through. You understand what I'm saying? This is a sex demon. I don't give a damn if the woman is unattractive. He's gonna make the woman feel like she's the most attractive woman in the world.
You heard what he said? You heard what he said?
Right.
When I told him about the dream world, when you remember I said about the dream, he said, "Oh, you remember that? You my wife. No, you can't charm me, charmer. You can't charm me."
That's right, and that's what he made an attempt to do. He tried to
Yeah,
soothe, save,
exactly.
and charm,
You can't
even
rock
with
me to
talking
sleep.
about that you're his wife. Now he doesn't even know you, but he's saying
Come
that
on,
you're his wife only because
come
it
on,
was something that you remember that he did that now he gets mad about or whatever. I'm like, what the, you weird as hell. So just everybody your
come on.
damn wife. So everybody you can just disrespect. So everybody you approach the exact same damn way, just like how this sister right here that was curious about a few things, whether she was genuine or not. But this dude gave her
Mm-hmm.
not only a lot of information, but the main thing that she said within the confines of the live stream is that he automatically, went to how a oh, you beautiful, oh, you this,
Mm-hmm.
you that, oh, this and that. Now just think if you're one of those women that are not too used to actually getting
Come
that
on,
level of attention or not
come
having
on.
someone to say these type of things to you. You gonna fall for the shit too.
You'll
Now,
fall
Tierra,
for it. Right.
that's right. Now, Tierra, I gotta ask you, how did you feel when he was saying all that stuff to you about you fine and all that? And then his wife just sitting right there. How you feel about that?
Um, honestly, I didn't feel anything. And I didn't allow myself to. Now I was observing. You can tell like the room was uncomfortable, but that's just what he do. So they used to that shit. Every other sentence was something sexual, and I'm just like, what about the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge? What about the knowledge? Never responded. What's your body count? Um, can you take dick? Just little stuff like that. And
What's
I'm
up with
just
that?
like,
What's up with that? I mean, so you ever met a guy before and y'all been, just kicking it or whatever, or you might see him at the store and stuff like that or whatever. How would you feel if he asked you, could you take D? How would you feel about that?
disrespected. That's
That
that's
is
just
disrespectful.
So,
and for me,
but wait 1 second. Now, for him to say something like that, to ask you something like that, he didn't just ask you that personally. It wasn't just you and him, nor was it just you and him and his wife or
it
wives.
was
See, let's
everybody
look
in
at
there
let's look at
and
the
his
child.
daughter.
That's right. Let's look at the child being right there, and he's
Mm-hmm.
asking those type of questions. Now, give it to me. Give me that work now. Give it to me. All right.
So him asking now, that's what made me uncomfortable. That's what led me to continue to go because I'm like, this shit is really weird. And she's still naked at this time. You see what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, kids at the age of 2, they start repeating what they see their parents do. Believe it or not. Well, like for instance, when Velvet showed, because Velvet showed her body, not him. She did. See, people play it like she's victim. She's not a damn victim. She's his protege, and I don't care what nobody says. So
Yes, she is.
when she turned the camera towards baby Ellie and she struck that pose from behind like she was a video vixen, I just like to fell out, and I'm like, okay, she posing, she grinning in the camera saying, "You see her, huh?" Like she applauding that shit, and I'm like, naturally, a mother has a motherly instinct, regardless how much control the father has over her mentally. She has the instinct to protect her children. So I was questioning her instinct at that point, like, okay, this child isn't safe here. I don't give a fuck what
Mm,
y'all saying about proclaiming the kingdom and creating y'all own village and creating y'all own
right.
society. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't think she had that natural motherly instinct in that moment because ain't no way in hell, woman or not, I'm gonna be showing. I don't give a damn if my baby 2 months old. I'm not gonna be showing a naked child on camera with the pedophilia rate that's going on out here. I could have screenshotted that shit. I could have screen recorded that shit. I could have had men behind me looking at that shit. You don't know how people really are. She don't know me at all from a can of paint. So for her to do that, it was just really questionable, and that's what prompted me to just continue to go. And I was just, documenting everything. Like, damn, like I'm seeing this shit in the flesh. Like they ruthless. They really are.
But the thing is, people don't really know. Like, say for instance, and I know that if her father was here, I would. And this is something that I would tell Mr. Marquez as well, because if you look at Velvet and you look at her history, they had already diagnosed her with dealing with bipolar. You can see it all on her. Honestly, Velvet looked a shy away from Down syndrome. Like she was an inch from Down syndrome. You look at her face, and it's not me being funny. I'm being for real. But put that on top of her background as a New Orleans. she was already tapping into different things as well as dark entities, spirits, demonic entities that she don't even know nothing about.
And
She was trying
and
to
I can
educate
attest to that.
herself on it, but she really,
I can
yes,
I can
yeah, you
attest
see
to
what I'm
that
saying,
being
sis?
from
Okay,
being from Baton Rouge and
being from
Alexandria.
right,
I can
right,
attest to that because what you have to understand is
mm-hmm,
people think when people say, oh, voodoo that are outside of Louisiana, it's not
mm-hmm,
saying that you practice it. Honestly, naturally, you're born into that heritage.
right.
I have a lot of family that derive from Haiti.
I
People don't
feel
know that
you.
there are two different types of voodoo. You have voodoo, you
Mm-hmm,
have voodoo,
right.
and you can tap into the energy without even trying
Yes.
to sometimes. So
Yes.
you have
And
to
see,
protect
that's what she
yourself. So
did.
I
That's
can
what she
attest
was
to that.
already, that's what she was already doing. And then you think about them two linking up with everything he bringing that's dark and everything she bringing that's dark. They like twins. That's why he get arousal. If you notice, they said even when they fight, they thought they used the fighting and beating on each other as a foreplay. That's how
And
vicious. What you say, sweetheart?
can I touch on something else?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So one thing that I observed, and I don't, and correct me if I'm wrong, world, because I'm try to understand me here.
Hmm.
You want your main, so Malia, it's one of his favorites. Velvet, of course, is his wife. And then we have me. We were looking at our astrology, blah 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 blah. He was speaking about how I'm more compatible with him. Him and Velvet, I and Velvet are more compatible with him than any of the other women. And then I thought about it. I was like, it'll be kind of strange because things come in power in the numbers of threes. So
Right.
what if the hidden agenda would have been, okay, now I have a third one over here from Louisiana, so let me hone in on all of their energy. You
Come
see
on
what I'm
now.
saying? So
I
I even
feel
thought that
you.
deep.
Now you making a great point, sister. Right there. Could you imagine all that power that's in that house that's dark? Absolutely. That would have been the dream work right there off the top. Real talk. Because all those different energies and all those different powers like that, he would the way what he would wanted to do or to utilize it, because like I said, that's the reason why honestly the world is reeling and rocking the way it is now, because it's the sin, it's the power of it. Sin brings a dark power that to the highest level, especially when you're dealing with the innocence of children. Because you got to think too, like you said, you was in there also with the baby was in the midst of all of that conversation. So that's her purity in the midst of that. Do you know how dark that is? That's a great point. You just made a great point. So I see why they in other words, they was putting all stops. They weren't putting no stops with you. They was letting it all hang out because that's how bad
None
they
at
wanted you
all.
over there. Yes.
None at all. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. And I'm just gonna be really frank here. I would have pushed the envelope about finding out. I didn't have to. He was voluntarily giving that information about where they are. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell you the one thing I thought about was the safety of that child.
Mm.
Although I don't agree with them and what they do and how they conduct their life, I know how cutthroat we are. Look at how fast we got their ass out of Hawaii.
Come on.
So my thing is, I thought about the safety of that child. Although I don't agree with what they do, I don't condone it. I knew as quickly as I would have, got that information about exactly where they are. World News would have found them in 3 seconds. The world
Right.
would have found their ass in 3 seconds, and it wouldn't have been world that would have put their life in danger. They would have been putting their own life in danger. So I said that to say they need to be more mindful. They have this.
And then the thing about this is too as well. That's why I don't understand Paul Marquez, because they have this, and this is something that I look up. I also know this because I'm an officer of the law of the court. But let me tell you this here. Uh, by law, Pop Marquez, based on everything that they have put out there right now, they have grandparents' laws in that area regardless of what. It's almost in all 50 states now. So by them just putting out there everything that they've been putting out there in the media, and also out there over social media, he have every right to put that all together and take that to the law and get his rights and get that baby. They will give that baby to him, no problem, in ASAP. I don't know what the problem is with that, but they do have a thing called grandparent law. and they will give that baby to him immediately based on their character and what they have been putting out there.
I think.
I think I think
Go ahead, Will.
I think they out of juice to tell you that. I think they out of juice right now, man. Just from dealing with this situation over and over again. I think they, I think they just like, you know what, yo, we're gonna go ahead and tap
with
out.
the grandparent law, they wouldn't even need an attorney. Honestly, no.
No.
You just
Word?
just file the paperwork.
They wouldn't need an
put
attorney.
in the information that they have based on what they saw on social media in regards to how they speak and what they have done in front of that baby. Man, a judge would rule on that over that so quick.
Right.
They'll legitimize that baby quick in their hands. Based on because they have proven themselves to be unfit parents. They won't even have to spend no money for an attorney. Real talk. Just to file the paperwork.
Wow. Yeah. Like I say, that's a new one on me. And not to have had cut you off, Tiara. What was you gonna say before that?
Oh no, I was pretty much gonna speak on that as well. I think Pop Marquez is really just giving them enough rope to hang themselves. Because you, like you said, you spoke on it really just now. You spoke on it where you said they're running out of juice. So you know why do the work when they're gonna do it for you?
You know what's going to be the wake-up call for them? This is real talk. This is what's going to be the wake-up call. It's going to actually take a dead body in account. I said that last night. It's going to come down to somebody losing their life in the camp for it to really get real. And this is real. Watch what I say now. It's going to take a dead body in the camp in order for it to really get real with Eligio and Miss Velvet.
Right. And I could even attribute that to even a lot of the shit that go on social media, you know, with people going back and forth, beefing and stuff like that or whatever. That shit don't become real until the person that you done fell out with or got some type of issue with, that you see them in person. You feel me? And in a lot of cases, things are a hell of a lot different than all of the fake beefing and shit that be online, if you catch my drift. Now with him on the other hand, he's did stuff to collectively disrespect scores of people at this motherfucker. Yes. So he don't know where the assault is coming from and all this crazy stuff that he's saying. And when the sister was talking about Efru as well as the other sisters that's over there, you know, how they could possibly be breastfeeding, you know, the child and stuff like that or whatever. Efru had the child reciting the lyrics of a Carbonation song where the child entered the word nigga. You know, he can't something about coming from the sun, nigga. And the baby just said it. And she looked at the baby as if she was surprised, as if we don't know on how easily that children sponge things. Okay. So all that twerking and stuff, you don't think that the baby been sponging that stuff too?
Look, she already gyrates and roll her body in such a way that a child her age shouldn't even be knowing nothing about. It ain't no different than looking at that movie Cuties. Little Eliana be around there just like that movie Cuties, pumping and grinding and all of that kind of stuff because they groomed him to be. It was something that someone said, Sherelle, I see you, sweetheart. When she mentioned Mama Dia already has passed. That is the truth. But you know what would have pushed that? The reason why the thing with Mama Dia really can't stick is because her children didn't push the fact. See, we the public could push it, and we were pushing it, but it won't have no weight like her children would if they came behind us in regards to everything that happened. See, that's what I'm saying. Even what I'm talking about when I mentioned Pop Marquez in regards to baby Eliana. We could put it out there. We could put it out there, but it ain't nothing like the grandparent coming up there, the family to them, to come and push it on through and make that stick in the way that it should. So that's the difference. If the children of Mama Dia would have stayed on his neck, that it would have been able, regardless of if the powers that be, is involved, they would have to do something. You get what I'm saying? Why? Because if the children is there and we the public is behind the kids pushing it on through, what could they do? What could they say? But just by strangers coming, it ain't gonna have that same impact. It won't have that same impact if the children was by our side in the midst of that. I don't understand. They probably got hushed because a lot of these people is getting threats too. You think they
getting death threats and stuff that? You think he get death threats?
Let me tell you, not him. The ones that come at him, the ones that like when they leave. I think that when they leave,
Oh,
they
I was
get the
gonna
threat.
say nobody threatened me.
No. It's
No
the
one
threats.
threatened.
It's the when they
Okay.
But
leave.
I never went over there, so I see what you're saying. The
You,
people that
but
leave.
I was just gonna say you haven't took the oath though. It's the ones that takes the oath. They get the threats because, in other words, you better not say nothing. You better not say nothing or else, because sometimes it's blood in and it's blood out. So
That's
Yeah,
yeah, I
right.
and now he
definitely
has
would.
that NDA order in place,
Come
for
on
people
now.
now that come there. So what is that for? What is that about?
Yeah.
That says a lot within itself. If you have to sign
That's volume.
an
That's volume.
If
NDA
you don't,
order, go
Right.
ahead. I'm
A
sorry.
non-disclosure agreement
if you
that
ain't doing
speaks
nothing, why
volume.
you need it?
That's right. If you're
Come
not
on
Go
doing
now.
ahead and
anything,
touch
why
on
would
that,
you
world,
have
because
to?
I wanted to like hear more about that. Like, what are you hiding? What are you doing? Because if you did all of that within 24 hours of me, live chatting you on video, I can only imagine what goes on there on a day-to-day basis. You see what I'm saying? So it's just really questionable. It really is. You to show me your daughter private, and you're being real vulgar.
Baby, that's
You
dealing with
sent me a
all the
video
witchcraft
of
that they have done.
Eliana.
That's crazy right there. Now, what was
That's
you
dealing
saying, Dr. Ray?
that's dealing with all the sexual porn. That's dealing with all the sacrifices of the babies. That's dealing with all the beatings, because that's still, regardless of what, that still is physical abuse. I'll get on that a little deeper, how deep in the spirit that is as well, in regards to even the court of the law, how deep it is when one violates another. And that's why you have to put the restraining order, because the energy that has physically came against that one person, and the victim has to go out to get a restraining order to push that spirit away. Those things matter, because that's assault. That's assault. That's assault on someone, body and skin, and that could be come all the way down to almost attempted murder. How he was choking Velvet in that. That's attempted murder. If you could almost do it to somebody, it's unconscious. You see what I'm saying? So of course it's a lot of stuff, a lot of dirt that they want to keep on the low. That
Yeah.
star, and when Nitiri and all that rocked this world too. That rocked this world
Right. And see,
because it
that's
gave
why I
us
kept that's
a
why I kept
little
talking
bit
about
more
that.
picture. In which go ahead, brother.
I say that's why I
What you
kept
say,
talking
brother?
about that last night. Like when I kept bringing it up last night about Shaka
Come
Zulu
on.
and with him exposing himself to Shaka Zulu,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to drive that, what I'm saying, through his psyche so he could understand, man, like, yo, you whole life doing like some real despicable stuff, man. You out here lying to these people and playing with these people, telling them
Come on.
like that you a savior and stuff, but then you're fully you exposing yourself to a man's wife. You understand? Like, think about that within
Mm-hmm.
itself. Just
Mm-hmm.
all of the demonicism that's wrapped up with that right there. Now, of course, if you are in fact attracted to a woman, I understand how that may make you
But
feel
you,
or
but you,
whatever,
but you,
but you can't
but you know how Satan is. It's like it's like putting a worm on a hook to see if a fish would hook onto it. See,
I
that's what he'll
understand.
do. He'll try. You see what I'm saying? He'll try to see how
Mm-hmm.
far he could get with you, until you shut it. The person shut it down. But this is what the interesting thing I think about this, because I'm going on.
Hold on, tell me a little bit. Just a little, just a little taste.
Let's now.
Maybe let you stand it for a second. You cut up on.
Can you hear me?
You cutting out
Okay, can you hear
bad.
me now?
Great.
Okay. I was saying what's interesting about the whole thing was Star to me. Because
Right.
Star didn't have no fear. She's a different kind of breed, and for her to just disappear right off the bat, demonic entities that coming after them once they leave. See, because if you looked at her, she didn't have no kind of fear. She didn't have no kind of fear when she left. She didn't have no kind of fear. And actually, Natiri was using her energy to speak up as well. Natiri the encouragement
That's right.
she
Because you can
needed
see.
to talk. like she needed to. But all of a sudden, she just
I agree
disappeared
with you.
after that last time. So that's what I said. I would
I
love
agree
to
with you
know in
100%.
regards to where is she? Where is she?
Now, speaking on the
That's why I
speaking on
said
the
that they
non
do. When them people, some of them people leave, they do be threatening them. They threaten them in regards to the oath that they have taken.
right,
They threaten them.
right. Now, as far as the
It's interesting.
non-disclosure agreement, that's one of the things, you see what I'm saying, that prevents people like Star from going even further within the matrix. You got to think about Tron and the other people.
Hey, I think you need to refresh because can't get a word coming out. Can you hear me?
Words coming in choppy for me. I'm not sure if y'all can hear me clearly.
They can make
Yeah, can you?
Okay, all right. Yeah, I can hear you now. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
You can't see me? Hmm.
I don't know, man. We might gotta stream your. Hold on, I'm breaking up too. Hold on. Let me hold on for a second. Let me see if I can't even do the time because this time broke up real bad. Let me take both of y'all. Okay, word. Yeah, they took me through a few changes or whatever. We back in the building, man. You already know what it is, how StreamYard is. StreamYard is all what we got right now. Sometimes it's ineffective as a motherfucker, but we back, we right back. Let me make sure I'm coming in clear before we go any further. Then I can be able to add the people back up in the building. Then we'll go ahead and then complete this segment right here. You know what I'm saying? A little T part 1.5. and I get they final closing statements on all this stuff right here. Yeah, man. So hopefully I do got some clarity now. You look and see. Hold on. Yeah, boy, they tried it that time right there. They tried to hit King low key. Let me see. Okay, word. Okay, all right. I had to make sure. Yeah, I get them back in the building as well. Hold on, let me get y'all in closing. All right, I got you. I'm coming. Hold on for 1 second. I got both of y'all. Okay, word. Yeah, they trying me right now. They trying me right now. I think YouTube bucking it, y'all.
Yeah, I think they about time.
Yeah, yeah, boy, they might be trying to hit me now, but YouTube is
Right.
bucking them for
I just
real.
wanted to ask a question. Did y'all see when baby Ellie kept on trying to grab
Yo,
Dusty
they
tits?
got my screen on blank right now.
Yeah, you hot.
Yeah, my
I'll holler at you
shit
later. Yeah, you
is
message.
on super blank. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and then close out. Hold on for a second. Yeah, ain't nothing coming up good right now. Oh yeah, they hating on the stream real bad right now.